Hmm. I don't know why, but today it's maybe caused by the fact that I got 4 hours of real sleep yesterday. Slept at like 12:30. Couldn't fall asleep for like 2 hours. Woke up at 6:10 to go surfing, and fucking honestly not as tired as I would expect. Getting 4 hours of sleep, and it's probably because I went to the cold water for a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and back knee still feels a little weird from skating. Um, no, it's like, guys, I was gonna tell, dude, yeah, why not? Why do I just say names? Because honestly, like at this point, you could just, you would just guess. Like if I said my friend, like you would know who I'm talking about. So I guess I'll just say names. But I was gonna tell Neil this that basically like just basically like this uh this feeling I've been getting, and it's just like you just like someone walked into the laundry room as soon as I started talking about that. But hold on, what? Let me just sit down here. Just basically like just I don't know, like I feel like not, like people like have this thing like, oh, I'm weird, like I'm not a normal person, and it's totally legit. It's like it's hard to feel like normal. It's like, why would you want to be normal? You want to be like different or unique and whatever, but also you just have this desire to be like, I'm not a weird person. Like I can be loved. I can love. I can have fun. I can totally be just seen as a good person and be a good person and be liked by other people, but also operate from this place of, respect and, kindness and discipline. And so that you won't be seeing the world through the lens of validation and whatnot. But, this feels super, like, I gotta convince you, like, I'm a cool person. Like, if you don't see how I'm a cool person, then I fucked up. Like, I'm seriously not doing things right. And it's not the way to think about it, because people like love you who you are, like see past that. You your only duty is to be present, to give your energy, to be positive energy, to be a good force, be a good person, live in line with your values. And insofar as you're doing that, you're not occasional, indulgent, and whatever you like say or whatever you do. It's not like you're narcissistic or anything. It's just like just you being human. And if someone thinks you're narcissistic, like totally get it, but like fuck off, respectfully. And gosh, it's hard. I feel like this pole that is just like this pole between being, being a good person versus being seen as a good person. And I mean, it's probably both. It's honestly both. It's really just the same thing. Um, but you think it's like about the second one instead of the first one, and it's really annoying because you really start doubting yourself. You start feeling like, oh, things aren't going my way, and I got shit to do, and but like at the end of the day, just move through. You push through. Fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying. Point is, oh fuck, I didn't get to the point. I forgot. what I really was going to talk about was I was cooking today in the kitchen, and just suddenly this girl walked in who I think is a really nice person. And when I say nice person, like there's people who are nice on the surface, and other people who are like beaming with like just warm, gooey, like that's not explain. Just real, authentic, like positive energy. Maybe because they connect with you, maybe because they're like that with everybody, and or you just see it and other people don't, or some people see it and other people don't. Anyway, the point is, um, you walked in and I was like, yeah, like I didn't think you were attractive at first, but like I actually think she's like hella attractive in the sense of like how, like just the way that you can see it, that she has very kind eyes, and I don't know, she's very quirky, like authentic and weird in a weird way. Um, but anyway, I was just thinking like, dude, but also I just felt like a pang of like loneliness. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I feel like it's so easy to just indulge into like different fantasies or like ideas of like what could be, and it's sort of what you do when you're so you have time and you don't have things on your hand, I suppose. But it's also a super natural human thing to be like wanted by other people, and wanted, but also like have a story with them to create a story together. And honestly, it's not about tactics or anything. Like I don't think it's much easier than done than said. But it was just like I just had this moments like what. Sometimes you just start feeling like really. It's not really self pity, but it's like a great sadness in the universe, and it's like bittersweet all of it. It's like, oh, what's going on? And that's kind of what I felt. And I was just like, honestly, it was just like, bro, how? I mean, bro, just please, God, please help me with finding like the right person, because it's like fucking hard, and also enjoying the process, because it's not really about finding the one necessarily. It's also about like finding what your standards are, connecting with people, like, and not regretting the happiness that you do create in the moment, because you learn from it. It doesn't take away from any of the present moment. It genuinely doesn't. That you break up, or they reject you, or you move away, and it's like honestly hard to like. Honestly, it's like hard to think about it like that, but in the sum total end of the game, and the end of the day, it's like that, right? But like I was just like, man, really sad. For myself, by myself, I don't know, in all ways, and I don't know. I swear, I don't know if there's like a feeling for it. It's like not a word or anything, but it's just like it's not a word, but it's not. It's like I feel good, but it's not really. Like I sound like really sleep deprived. I should go to bed. My knees kind of aching. Gotta rest it. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna hit pole. Yeah, and consistently hitting. Shout out Henry, because he's been running. He's also service, but he's been running, and his paces has been getting better and better. Um, fuck, like consistently doing that, and I run somewhat consistently, but not anywhere close to like 3 or 4 times a week, and that's what you need to get better. 4 or 5 times a week, and gym as well. It's like you want to do everything. You just want to do everything, and it's like hard. You can't split yourself thin. With working out, it's like I feel like it's a priority, but I kind of don't really take it as such. But definitely better than looking through YouTube or Instagram. Those things are just so easy to just like melt into and kind of forget about the world. But dude, I don't know if I could do work tonight. I'm hella tired. Not really. I just want to go to bed. Mentally, I'm just like, fuck it, you know. Yeah, like I meditate. Spend some time by myself. It's like really what makes me sad is like, dude, I could be spending time with somebody I really like, and truly connecting with someone in a deep way. That's so special. And you get settled, and the unhappiness settles in. And that's what's sad. Almost that's like what's sad. The fact, the inevitability of sadness or whatever. You know the truth for me is that I have pretty much nothing to do except I need to study for my nutrition final. But aside from that, I'm really grateful to not really have much left. I have that, and I have my essay, a couple drafts I need to get through, and after those drafts, I'll have a little bit of my Nordic class finals to get through, and then it'll be go time, bro. I'll be back in San Diego, be surfing, dude. Dude, I just gotta make sure I don't get injured. Today, my knee really started tweaking a little bit. It felt weird. The back of it, my right knee. I don't know if you get that as a beginner skater. But yesterday I was feeling a little weird. Yesterday I skated for like an hour. Dude, I got all sweaty. It felt awesome. Besides the fact that it was frustrating. The morning I went surfing with Uli, and I caught fucking no waves. It was horrible. It looked great. Saw two people getting tube at the beginning. I went in, and the wave just kind of being so shifty. It looked like it would crash, and then it would smooth out, and then I would go on, and it would just not catch. So I was tired. I didn't feel tired, but like my back was kind of just sore. And after that, I woke up this morning. I set up for 8:30, and then I was like, oh, let's just wake up at 9. I woke up at 9. Fuck. Take my phone to my bed. Slept until 1, bro. I woke up at 10:30 actually. Then I fucking was like, dude, good. It's like, good. Let me tell you something. Something that I guarantee. This is something that sets you off for at least 5 hours. Something that guarantees you the worst mental state. Just gooning. Like, doesn't matter if you goon. Doesn't matter if you goon. Doesn't matter if you goon with porn or you goon without it. Just sets you in a terrible mental state. And I did it twice. I woke up again. I did it in the afternoon. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, dude. What is going on, man? Then I just felt bad. I went outside. Took a nap from 3 to 5. There really was a low blow. Was a low point for me. I got up. Sun was already setting. It was like getting dark. Curtains were pulled, pretty much closed. And I was just like, jeez, bro. I gotta get outside, man. This is terrible. This is the worst day. Got outside, skated, saw Kyber on the way back. We went to dining hall. Had a little bit of some okay food. And I just basically just felt like today was an awful day. And I was thinking about this. When you do something wrong one time, that's not a mistake, but if you do something again wrong the second time, it is a mistake. Like you did something, you're
you got past the learning mode. Yeah. Happily, I'm alright with food and anything bad. I feel pretty light about that. I've been sleeping late the past couple of days because slept late Friday night, slept late last night. It's only 2 nights, actually, realistically. This is my birthday Friday. My friend surprised me, and shout out to my friends who got me a cake, and I took a bite of that. It was not great. I had to finish this whole bag of sweet potato chips. Woke up the next morning feeling pretty shitty. But I did go skating, and my knee is cooked, so I'm excited to not injure it again. I put it on the top part of the dorm room, and hopefully I don't grab it when I leave, because the more easily accessible it was just on the ground, the more you want to do it, and it's addicting. It's easily addictable, but I cannot fucking worsen my problem with my knee. Wednesday, skate club. I gotta follow skate club's Instagram, but they have something from 1 to 4, a little skate social. That'd be cool. And that'd be sick. That'd really be sick. Yeah. That and funny. Very funny, Tim. Dude, I have not seen my underwear. That's what I was gonna say. No, that was not what I was gonna say, but that brings this up. I am not wearing underwear right now. Why? Because I had to do my laundry, so all my underwear is in my laundry. Just wearing jeans. Jeez, bro, it's cold. I feel bad. I do feel bad for girls that have to wear girl outfits to parties in this weather. It's like, oh, I'm so cold. Like, duh, you're cold. You're wearing a dress, dude. Jeez. You're wearing shorts, man. Like, what else are you gonna wear to a party, right? You know? You hold it all together. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh. Oh, I just listened back. I'm just gonna. I wanted to go on a hike with my friend today, but we ended up not. It's fucking cold. My knees cooked. Sunset hike is sick. Would be sick. But yeah, I'm just feeling a little numb. I don't know why. Maybe it was just physically sore, after surfing. It's like, I just got done, what? It's like, what am I gonna do? Nothing will top surfing, right? But it's like, you gotta stop taking it as a past thing. It's like something you get to do. It's the most awesome thing, dude. Yeah, I didn't want to dump on all my friends, so I was gonna dump on here and vent. Just like fucking feeling low self-esteem, doing this kind of stuff. And I don't know, just being complete kook. Doogie doo, bro. So there's a skate social, working out Wednesday morning. Tomorrow's a film screening for all my classes. Gotta do this essay. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, dude. I gotta cook too. Celery is really not my choice. I really don't like celery. Plus raw cheese, bro. Are you kidding me? You're giving me raw cheese to eat. This shit is nasty. It was $11. Kefir, raw milk. Man, I gotta pass. It's annoying. No, all this stuff doesn't work. It's like, fuck. It's like just the state of things, you know? What else do I need to do? I suppose. What else is there? Dude, it's a really sad thing. It's like, you gotta learn how to love yourself. How are you gonna ever, this is what it is. How are you ever gonna love somebody else if you don't know how to love yourself, right? That's what, what's her name again? That drag queen person? Anyways, I was at like a yoga session that was like an event, and it was the first time doing yoga, and then someone said a quote like that. It's like, that's so true, and it's also so annoying. It's like, how am I ever gonna get in a relationship? Like, I'm never gonna be satisfied. It's like a double bind. It's like either I am not in a relationship and I'm craving one, and I just fucking hate myself, or I am in one, and I'm like fucking so insecure, and like I don't even know. I want to go back to like being just by myself, right? And like not being judged for like not doing it properly in because you just like not capable of being in one when you are in it. But yeah, working on being obsessed and very aware, spiritually aware, and grateful, kind to myself in my own life, and just let it happen naturally. Not needing one, just being a positive presence, a positive energy, kind energy to other people, and not really performing all the time, but really just truly engaging with the whole being, the whole being here, ness of it all, right? That requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of I don't know, kindness and love toward yourself and stuff. I suppose just, like really having a lot of empathy for yourself, because when you have that, I feel like it's easier for you to get other people, right? And have empathy for them. Because what you feel inside and what you release and what you work on is really colors the world for you. And it's not mind games, it's human truths. Oh, fuck, dude. What a kooky day. I gotta go back, do the laundry. Oh, write in my journal for a little bit. I might wash the dishes. Actually, I'll wash the dishes tomorrow. And then I'll maybe like just meditate like the whole. Actually, don't really like doing that. I like doing it outside where it's like kind of chilly and stuff. You can't help but just whenever someone is like near you, walks by, you just like kind of feel like really necessary for you to just feel like you gotta do something that would impress them or stand out and whatnot. But it just really, I have it, but I just really working on just like being completely human, just completely normal around myself and other people. Because I feel like that normal state, really, you don't really need to overthink it. You just are doing it, and it's super, super chill. So, yeah, So that's what's been going on. And toodaloo. You know what? This is the thing that I've been contemplating with hot girls. Is we almost like okay, this is not it, but like I'm just another thought. Hot. We almost when I say hot, it's like I associate it with like I'm gonna have to pursue. Like I'm gonna have to shoot my shot. If I don't, I'm gonna regret it, right? But no, it's not actually. It's not actually that. It's not that. It's not the right association. It's just a physical description. You get kind of like a pang of desire in a moment. I love it. Yeah. But anyhow, that's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that love, real friendship, real love, and real or romance, I guess, is sort of boring. In that you don't really. It's not a roller coaster ride. It's not a bunch of highs and lows of dopamine hits. Like, oh, they kind of like me now. Oh, yeah, they like me. It's like, oh, they don't like me now. No, they like me now. It's like if someone's giving you mixed signals, no one's like not giving eye contact, like not even saying hi, like just drop it, bro. Just stop talking to them. Like, don't even don't have thought. Like, don't even just observe. Like, be completely real with yourself. Be completely honest and completely loving with yourself, bro. Is that your Is that like your Do you really think like they deserve your energy and your investment, like your time and your energy? And the honest answer is a no, they don't. So, I mean, as much as you would hope for it to be the case, it's like, no, they don't. And so, what I'm trying to say here is that there's a lot of people you would see, like, oh, they're cool, just physically they look attractive and whatnot. But you have the discipline to start being attracted to the other qualities that they exhibit, their time and energy investment that they put into you. Because it's irrelevant. They can't make you happy. No matter how pretty they are, they can't make you happy if they're not invested. If you guys aren't on the same page, enthusiastic about each other at the beginning. Sick, bro. Yo, someone's playing electric music up there. It's sick. I got distracted. But yeah, if they don't share the same enthusiasm as you, how are you going to make anything? Someone has a Red Bull Racing poster on their fucking win. That's crazy. Um, and make anything of that, right? So being completely disciplined about that. It's not too hard because you realize at some point genuinely from the people that do resonate with you. The other stuff is just fake. Like the real kind of connection is one where both people are actually fully, present with each other and curious and open. Curious about each other. Why is it crackling? Anyhow, dude, surf skate, dude. Oh my god! Someone just told me a surf skate is a sick thing. I'm actually so excited for that. And a skate like a regular skateboard's going to be excited for that too. It's hard. It's hard, bro. Shit is not easy. What if it's easy for me because I'm special? But I guess I learned I'm not in surfing. Like it's not like that. Um, Dude, my nose is just seriously clogged. I'm just fucking breathing for air right now, bro. Ah. Oh. Um. I think I have a relatively good trust of myself when speaking now. It's a little better now. How pleasant. Facially, not really. Basically, a little bit more, but fully, not as much. Speaking wise, I just don't give a fuck anymore now. To be honest, more so. Fucking did hit the gym. I wanted to hit legs today. Oh no. It's okay. I could go tomorrow, and I'll do my trainings tomorrow too. Jeez. Yeah, you seem pretty cool. I was like, dude, it's like your future. Like I just feel like lust is not a productive thing. Is what I'm trying to say. I suppose. It's like you have these things like desire to be different, to be special. It's like not really that. It's like what is healthy? What is at your heart's content, your heart's desire? What is at the center of your longing and your truth? And by those standards, you live. And there's this one girl. It's like what? Like I mean, like I invested in. It was like she like saw me in the kitchen. Like it's like dude, helps. Like you get like a little flicker. It's like like, does she like me? But light girl is actually painful for me. It's like, how could you like put someone through this, dude? And then get the desire of being dropped is even worse. Like being flaked, being rejected, broken. Like, like I could say that yes. And just like you gotta stop being lonely. You gotta stop being lonely before you find someone. You gotta stop being uninterested in life. Disengage from the beauty of life, because it's just one part of it. It's not everything. And it's easily you might think it's everything, but it's not. And then you can make better choices from there, romantically and friendship wise, just whatever you choose to be with, So yeah, those are my 2 cents. You know what, bro? You know what, bro? What I really want right now is a surf skateboard. A surf skateboard, not a regular skateboard. I want a regular skateboard. I'm going to start that next semester, but a surf skateboard, that'd be sick. Just, just like, just like being able to do turns and stuff. Yeah, I sound crazy. Dude, my British voice actually sounds. There's a guy from work. He was speaking like British accent to me yesterday. We were walking back from the test. Chill guy. Bro just sounded like he was having. Bro was sounding like an entertainer. Like I don't know how to explain it. He's just a different kind of vibe. He's just very very rough and straight about things, and it's like you can say customers are like, "What the fuck, bro?" And it sounds comical even. I'm going pretty good now. I think it's pretty good actually after listening to him, or I don't know. I can tell you, man. I can tell you, mate. But it's like, why would you add these intonations and stuff? I feel like that kind of the easiness of which I can just slip into that accent goes to show that uh it doesn't really matter how you say things. More just like what kind of energy or vibe you're bringing to something. Because a lot of times people will just genuinely get it when you say thank you, but it doesn't really sound there. Like you might just be unpresent. You might be consumed by other things. And I think this whole repression thing, I was in dance class today and just like, what the fuck, bro? Why can't I fully express myself? Like, I just say thank you. I was sitting in the work meeting. It was like I was meetings, not meeting, just the thing. And I was just observing, it was like people are getting awards. And I was smiling and laughing. I was noticing myself smiling and laughing. I was like, I just feel happy about it. I'm not like super happy, but I'm like relatively happy for them. And, I'm glad to be a part of this event. I know. But it's not like surfing. It's not like, I'm like so excited to be here. I'm like, ready to, fucking just live life. It wasn't like that. And I feel like a part of that is like you kind of, I translate me not being present in whatever present moment to me having all these other problems. And just all these other, to me, just actually not being able to. But it's not that. It's more like I have these other issues and other kind of things I haven't really let go of, and they're persistently there, and that kind of kind of brings me down. Dude, I could bring. That's sick, dude. If I surf, I could buy a skateboard here. Then I could take it back to San Diego. Then I could bring my other skateboard up, and I'll have two skateboards. I'll have two surfboards, and I'll have a surf. I'll have 3 skateboards and 2 surfboards in my dorm. Like, I'm actually gonna be like fucking so stoked. I'm gonna be stoked master, bro. Dude, that's insane, bro. Imagine I hang my skateboards on the wall. Actually, that's good. If I could do that, I'd be sicko, bro. Sicko. Okay, buddy. But what was I talking about? Yeah, there's just other things I just haven't worked through, and it just, just unconscious, repressed feelings and thoughts. Feelings mostly. You're not really sure what it is, and it inhibits you from fully jumping into the moment. But I'm just getting better and better with people over time. Just genuinely enjoying. Fuck, I gotta stop saying. Fuck. I think my studio just disconnected. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm just getting better and better with, better and better with allowing myself to express what is actually on my mind. I think the smiling thing happens a little bit. It's like, oh, I'm like actually overstressing, just want to be super agreeable and like no conflict whatsoever. I don't know, I'm still figuring out what it is like I want. What kind of relationship I want with people in general, just friendship, one photography. And sometimes I don't know, but it's like whenever a friendly stranger's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you again. That's a win. That's a win. I actually just fucking think it's a win. It's like having humor and like, I don't know. A sense of like comedy about life is pretty cool. For some reason, I can't tell how tall my cousin is in relation to other people. My cousin's tall, but I can't tell when I see a tall person. It just looks different, It looks really different. But fuck, all I was gonna say. Yeah, it was the reason I started recording this because I was about to go to the skate shop. Searched up 503 skate shop, whatever its name is called, and fucking no skateboard. It's closed, bro. 7 p.m. It's closed. Like, what a tragedy. Because I want to get a new skateboard. Why not start skating like it's RR week, which is the week before Dead Week, or Dead Week, the week before finals week. Ooh, ooh. Um, dude, I was just like the past couple months, I've just been like working on not trying to be nonchalant. Like sometimes you're nonchalant because you actually need to be. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get rejected. The fact that there's a risk to being rejected, it sucks. You don't really have anything to fall back on. It's like, what do I do? It's like, goodness, man, this is tough. What a resilient mind you would have to go through this. You know, it's like not easy. Some people like call it easy. It's like just go do it. Just go get out there. Just stay talk to them. It's like as much as it is that, it's like so much room for rejection and so much room for being fucked out of your mind. Fucked up by shit that you can't really anticipate. Sometimes it's about working harder, but sometimes it just throws you off. That's what Matthew Hussey wrote in his newsletter. It's like, you think working harder, putting more effort into something will lead to better conclusions. And oftentimes it does, and it does. But you have to see the long term of it. You can't. It's hard. You get into it, and turns out you're not the right person. Turns out you're investing. Turns out they're not the right person for you. Turns out they're not cool as you thought they were. It turns out you don't just not have emotional connection. Turns out she's not available. It turns out he's not available, or just whatever friend you have, or any relationship. It's like I feel like you have to risk being hurt a little bit. If not, you're not human, right? And I guess I wonder, like, how much am I letting it feel like hurt versus how much am I letting it? How much is it genuinely like actually hurt? You know, um, how much am I trying to protect myself by masking it? Like masking, you know, I don't really care. I'm not enthusiastic. And it's like kind of enthusiastic. If you don't show interest, be okay with that. Like, why would you be enthusiastic with someone who doesn't interest? Like, you don't really know yet. And if they don't, it's like totally chill. Honestly, I feel like it's just the way you approach people. And there's usually some sort of connection. It's like, oh, I caught a fish. Like, it's literally not about catching fish. It's literally about just being completely natural. It's like you being completely you, I suppose. Jesus, oh fuck, my nose is stuffed. It's cold. And in that case, when you do that, it just doesn't hurt. Like it doesn't. In that case, when you do that, not necessarily it doesn't hurt. I'm not really as much scared of the pain, but when you align yourself in the right ways, it makes you bigger, have a bigger heart, and just being better as a person. I think. Um, yeah. But anyways, just gonna go to skate shop now. I think I'm gonna go on a hike later at like 9, 9:30, 9:15. After that, I'll get to bed. Oh yeah, today's my birthday. Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday, dude. It's such a weird year. It's like I don't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm actually kind of totally, like, totally happy, like mature. That this is like that. It's like a silent birthday. It's like you're like just hanging out with yourself. It's like other people will like say HBD to you, but there's nothing as validating, confirming, and loving as you being super kind to yourself during that day and compassionate. You know, just every day. I sort of think we compare ourselves to people who are just like are hella numb to things or like just keep on losing themselves to certain addictions. And every day is a fight and struggle. It's like, it doesn't need to be hard, bro. It just needs to be well intentioned and that's about it. You do anything you set your mind to, type shit. Let you go. put it out of your mouth. Okay, I gotta mess it out. Go back, brush, put the in charger, go to the library. My bastard. Fucking lock the fuck in, bro. I'm hella excited going on a hike today. Like, so excited. Sit there by myself, reclaim the lands that I once walked on with my first ever girl. I'm still scared, bro. I'm still scared and kind of a little bit scared, angry, must be fearful of her. And it's like, I know it's not her fault or anything. It's like a big, big lesson on life. Much. Yeah, but I was just imagining, like, especially in the past couple of days, it's weird. It's like took a while for us to catch up. No, but I felt it before, and I was just getting better. I don't know. It's like I almost think of it as like a mark of honor, like a badge on your belt, type thing. I don't think it needs to be that way. If it was that way, it's a little bit sad, honestly. But it's like if I saw a guy and laugh at just like having a good time, which I haven't seen because she primarily hangs out with girls. I just never see her really. That would totally mess me up. I'd be like, holy fuck, am I just not good enough? I can't compare. It's like, how do you not compare when that case, when that happens? Like, man, that would be the easiest thing to do. Like, holy, that is the easiest thing to do. Like, oh my goodness. But there's some wonderful people I met. Some people I don't know too well, but I'm happy I had dinner with these two girls who are on the floor above me, and they're super cool people, it seems. Very witty, very funny. I don't know, I'm still trying to catch up with people, and they have certain types of humor that I can't really catch up with. It's a little bit, especially if you don't land a joke, or something you think is funny, it just kind of bums you out, Yeah, I mean, not just bums you out, just like you feel rejected in some ways. Like, oh, what the heck, bro? But what is up? Dude, I was coming back from church one time. This black woman from Hawaii, who was homeless, and she was like, grocery thing, right? She, I was boarding the bus. She saw me. She's like, hey, you go surfing? I was like, yeah. So he's like, Ocean Beach? I was like, yeah. Like, no way. Is that even a beach? So she started saying some tweaker stuff. And then she said something very real, honestly. That was just like, why is that girl wearing a cowboy? Why is that girl wearing cowboy? It's like a very professional, educated sounding voice. Why is that girl wearing cowboy boots? Like her face is like this. It's like a serious question. And then I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's fucking dope. Why? And you it's like, it does look very, just being honest with you, it does look very good. It's weird. It's like very short dress, very short shorts, even though it's hella cold. Like cowboy boots. It's like seductive as fuck. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? What is this our generation? What is our generation called? Gen Z? Gen Zers out here wearing, Oh, we gotta stop. Bro, I gotta spit out this gum, honestly. Is gum a natural spit it in that green trash bin with a bunch of leaves. Hopefully it's okay. Not. Sorry. Ah. Um, I was taking a survey the other day of yesterday. It was on my You Will, which is a therapy website. It's like, do you like your body? Like, do you listen to it? How well are you in touch with your body? How much do you care about? How much do you look at it and think of it positive? How much? There's like a couple questions about your body, and everything was like very neutral for me. Like, I didn't put like completely disagree. Like, I hate my body. No, or like I wanted to say I like, no all this stuff. Like, you gotta like your body and stuff. But it's like, dude, I put like neutral for everything, or like just a very small agree, like not for one of them or something. It was just, I realized like, fuck, I don't really fuck with my body. Like, it's not body dysmorphia or anything, but it's just like, yeah, I don't think I like it as much as you would call it, self love if you did, right? So that's a problem. It's a little problem. Anyhow, pretty stoked. I'm actually just really want to get a surf. That would be sick, bro.
Yo. Alright, let me turn off this music. Someone just recommended me this artist called 54 Ultra. I don't know if you've heard of him. But it's so low stimulation, like it's kind of like Jack Johnson, where it's like the same rhythm, like ba 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 da 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 ba ba da 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 da, and it just keeps on saying it over and over again. Like, come on now. Also, I don't know if the lyrics really hit. I wasn't really paying attention too much. Dude, I gotta get back and write my first draft. That's what it is. And I haven't exercised today either. Woke up, got 9 hours. I woke up at like 8:50. Went to class. Got to class at 9:09 Berkeley time. Class starts at 9:10. It's the last class. That was my second to last class ever for my first semester. Let's get it, bro. I just have homework and assignments and stuff, but I need to finish that and test. But dude, 7 to 10. My class is online. My test is online. Dude, it's hella loud here. I gotta get out. Um, the other day, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was Wednesday. I was like looking at Scripps Surfline report, just the cam, and it was like around 5 or 4. I don't know. And then it was just like sunset. Oh, yesterday I was walking too, and the sky was sort of like orange, reddish, like light blue, yellow, and sunset basically. And it's just so pretty, and you just kind of feel the day dying down. You just feel the air change almost. It becomes a little colder. Well, what I'm trying to say is that those days in San Diego over the summer when I was surfing on my board and on my longboard, just surfing there, like, wow, 2 to 3 baby waves, sunset. I never went to a actual sunrise, like seeing the sunrise, but sunset, oh my goodness, bro. Like, I'm not even imagining things. I'm not trying to paint a picture of what surfing is or isn't, or sitting on my board during sunset in San Diego with small waves that aren't pounding you. I'm like not even joking. This isn't even like me imagining things or creating some sort of expectation for this. It's literally true. How nice it is. Like that, and I was just thinking like that. Just this kind of thrill went through my body. This feeling of excitement and an urge to just do that, with the excitement to do that. Just looking forward to that so much. But yeah, and it's a reminder of how beautiful life can be. And you know what it is like, I just like, we use this as a joke, but I think it's literally almost true. Like, I'm not a cream, like cream. Like, I feel like that's a good word to describe like ejaculation of bodily fluids. But it's like that feeling, except it doesn't just like after you just feel like post nut like shame and like
grogginess and like mental dysfunction because the dopamine got fucked. Your dopamine, your nervous system got fucked. Your dopamine got rewired to something that's not very healthy, and it just goes. You just sit there and it's like steady. It's constant. It's it's uh it's it's uh it's steadfast. And that's what you describe God's love as, right? Very much the case. It'd be nice to go watch the sunset on the Campanile, actually. So I was at the library yesterday. It was like 4:40. People went. It's like, let's go to the Campanile. These two girls sitting in front of me at this table, and they went. It's right over there, if you could see it in the distance. Dude, I want to go to the skate shop and get a skateboard. Skateboards are cheap, dirt cheap compared to surfboards. I have one at home, and it might be too big. That's maybe why I can't. Ollie, I don't know. When I was in middle school, like it was a little too big, maybe. Dude, the feeling of skating when I was young is like, it's kind of like biking slash scootering in the morning too, or just scootering just in general. Like you just gotta get a thrill, like a little bit of excitement going down. Like skating seems so fun. Aside from the fact that it's a little dangerous, like the creativity it brings, where you just go in different places and you skate and you do tricks and you jumps and whatnot. It seems sick, bro. Like seriously, bro. And well, yeah, I figured it out. I don't know if I completed this thought last time I recorded about my torque mod fish. 610, 46 liters, more flotation, a little bigger, harder duck dive. Is that, well, I honestly don't think I can duck dive this big. Dude, what happened at the 3-time hold down? I probably got held down for like 7 seconds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds, but it felt like an eternity. That's like not even that long. Like it's long, but it's not. It's sort of longer than some of the hold downs I've had before. It was like 6 or 7 seconds, unironically, at most. And but I was trying to turtle roll because there was a surfer in front of me. I didn't want to let my board go because it's hard, right? You gotta watch out now. I can't just abandon board, what's it called, and like dive under, which is this way where you don't get tumbled into the wave, and unsuccessful. Fucking got pulled back, got ripped out of my arms. My leash got pulled. I was just confused where it was. Like, you can't turtle roll those big waves, and nor can you duck dive with this board, even if I do it correct form. I'm just a little light, you know. So I have to abandon the board. Hopefully that'll make things better. I'm gonna get used to the paddling on it too. I'm just so stoked to get on my first wave, learn to drop, and and make that big turd at the bottom. Not like if it's a barrel, and facing my body in the right direction, getting low, turning my inner back knee in, and making sure the tip of the nose sort of is going down. I mean, that would be sick. Holding the wave, like holding the edge of the wave, kind of on my other hand, that'd be sick, bro. Oh. How Oh, today's my birthday. I literally forgot multiple times. I don't know if you need to realize this. It sounds like a normal day, but I feel like it's kind of encouraged me. Like, it's kind of encouraged me. Now I'm like officially 19, like socially 19. It's not even social. Like, I think it is genuinely like kind of an important day to yourself, at least. I'm reflecting on how life is sort of short, and I'm reflecting on how far I've come and all like the things I've done this year. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, but I have to finish this first draft, and I have to finish some work trainings today. I'll finish those tomorrow to go to bed tonight. Tomorrow I'm surfing 10 a.m. with the goat. We're gonna hit it. It's gonna be 2 to 3 foot waves. Hopefully the conditions are good. The interval is long enough. 2 to 3 foot waves. OB, Ocean Beach. Ooh, dude, I'm just so excited. I haven't baby waves in a minute, bro. Every time I've gone, it's just been roaring, bro. Like plus 5 feet, and I just think it's so cool how like I was petrified at Del Mar when it was like as small as it gets. According to Asher, it was like 4 feet, 5 feet, whatever, 4 feet maybe. Got nosedive like multiple times. Saw Asher riding this way. I didn't catch a single green wave. It was sucky. And then getting to the point now where I'm just riding these massive, like not consistently because my wave storm didn't catch them, but like these massive, like 6 foot, like 6 foot plus. Like that day when I went on Saturday, one of those first days, I was like, holy, it was so big. It was like 12 to, he said it was the last weekend was 12 to 15 foot. Some guy was walking at the cafe when I went again the next weekend. I reckon it was probably about like 9 foot at least. And like some massive interval, some at least 10-second interval, which makes the power of the wave bigger. But according to Chat GPT, the way I can catch more waves on my torque fish, because I don't think there's much of a rocker either. Sucks. It's like I need a little rocker, but it's bad. But having a little more rocker, you know, is you go more a little more on the outside than you think. Paddle in more, get to a position where it's like not at the peak, so you don't get held down, but sort of to the side of the peak, and then consequently, you don't look for a wave that has a shoulder, obviously, and paddle down an angle. It's like 5 to 8 strokes. And you don't really kick unless you really need it. You probably don't because you need stability. And then you sort of just hop on, I guess. That's all. That's pretty much, I pretty much do all that. Like, I guess I was just asking for help. And so post that, I was really just really bummed. And my shoulder being tweaked and all. I was like, God, what the hell? I hate having an injured shoulder. It just really sucks. Ooh. I think one of the things that everyone needs to learn to do is just to disappear. It's like we almost think it's all internal. We think we have an obligation to go to that event. We think we have an obligation to say something but our absence is a right. Like it's like you want to be basically respectful and kindful, polite, but the default shouldn't be I'm going to please you and say yes and do whatever and go to whatever and hang out with you and whatever it is. But the default should be no, and then you say yes depending on whether you want to. And you know what you want. I think you know what you would truly want to invest in based on your feel. But when you're crowded with saying yes, it doesn't really, sometimes you get it, but other times it's like, fuck, I just did not make the right decision. And you kind of need to go from there. Ooh. Gotta figure out my housing next year. I don't know where to look. Honestly, it shouldn't be too hard. I'll just like search it up. I think I'll eat dinner at like 5:30 or 6:30, and then do work for like another 2 hours, and after 2 hours I'll be like fine. Like at 8 or 8:30, then I'll like hit legs. I don't really like our main gym or stuff. It's so far. Like I'm probably just gonna do in the Unit 2 gym, or maybe go to Blackwell. They actually don't have anything there either, so it's cooked. Anyhow, I'll figure it out. Listening to everything I used to do. Oh, and then everything me to you. Da 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 da. Made me be close to you. As you can tell, or as you maybe not can tell, because there's not really any music. I was just listening to Gracie Abrams, Close to You. I wonder if you could tell. I was thinking about this, if you can tell whether an artist is, like, you can tell someone's personality through the artist they listen to. Like, with Gracie Abrams, there's something, like, kind of feministically powerful about her voice. It's kind of, like, throaty and, like, mysterious and deep. So it makes me kind of wonder, is it like, are you listening to her songs because it makes you feel empowered, or egoistically, cool, or maybe not egoistically but artistically cool? Like, that's what I kind of feel about her, and it's lucky cool. It's like when I listen to Kid Leroy, he's got such a cool voice. It's like, when did your heart break? He's like, it's like sort of Australian, or is it American? I don't know. It's a weird sound, and it's like, and he has a very like cool face too. Like, it makes it all come together pretty well. Juice WRLD, low-key, was a stoner. Like, his face, but I loved his voice too, and I don't know, just I don't know, if the world was so predictable, it'd be sort of scary, if you would be able to tell exactly why people listen to exact music. That'd be such a causal thing. But again, where do these causes come from? Your genetics, or do they come from your environment? But it's probably a mixture of both. Nothing's predictable in this sense of you can't choose otherwise, but damn. Is that orange? Dude, this neighborhood is so nice. This neighborhood is genuinely my favorite place to walk, and it's so peaceful. It's a nice sunny morning right now, too. So it just makes everything look so genuinely gorgeous. Like, look at the way the sun is shining off of this car. in the shadows that are glazing through, that are, you know, going through my face from the leaves. And a very small wind. It's a bit chilly, but the nice warm sunlight. I couldn't ask more than this. A good protein-rich, grass-fed, organic ground beef breakfast with a little bit of frozen fruit. I didn't finish, and I was sort of feeling like intestinally challenged. So I was like, let me just go on a walk. Pull up my phone, start recording. That was the song I Love You, I'm Sorry came up in my mind, and I played that. It was kind of nice. It was like, you were the worst, you were the best. Da, 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 da. Dude, have I walked here before? I feel like I'm coming to new places, man. Sometimes I just want to keep on walking. Like, the fact that I have a test today at 7 p.m. is a little disheartening. Actually, I think it's 8 to 9 p.m. for work. And, yeah, I gotta study for it. It's my, tour guide test, where you have to get the knowledge of giving tours. And I have to finish my script by then, which is a little scary. Then I'm encouraged to turn in my first draft by tomorrow, Friday, for my LOB class. Guys, bro, do we really need to go over this again, bro? I think we do, bro. I'm so happy I got a parking spot. I already paid $200 the initial deposit for it. Now I have to pay another $200 for it. Another $200, so $600 in total. I get it until like June. So basically, I bring my car up. I can park in this parking spot, which is at someone's house here. Hopefully, it doesn't get cracked. But I'm so excited. I'm literally so hyped. Thing is, Ocean Beach is scary, and you know what was? And I was thinking about this, and this makes me a little depressed and sad. Past week was that my new board, my my Torque Modfish 610 board. I'm 135 pounds currently, maybe even a little less, because I went to China. I look back and I look frail, bro. I look a little frailer, even if it's just 1 week, bro. And my appetite has been cooked the past two days, especially. I've noticed. It's like I'm not hungry. I literally just have 2 meals. I'm like, I just fucking can't eat more. Because I didn't exercise really. Besides running on Monday, I didn't do anything. I ran a little bit this morning, but not really much. Didn't sweat. And that's a really horrible thing. I like eating a lot. I like being able to be super hungry about something. Not just, like, there's a pain in my stomach. It's like, I gotta eat. No. It's like, I'm genuinely ready to devour some nutrients from my body kind of eating. And I haven't got that in a bit. So, that's challenging. I'm gonna make sure I hit a workout. Even though it would be short, probably like after my, like from like 4 to 5, like right before therapy or something, if I have time, if I do. Or at night. Just left the residential area. I'm going to turn back around here. Jeez. Jesus. It's absurd how expensive these parking spots are here. You have to pay for parking here. It's $600, $100 a month. Like, are you kidding me, bro? I'm happy because it's cheaper than school parking, but it's also just kind of annoying. But I don't care. I just really don't have too much concept. I'm not really too attached to money. Right? I would like money, but it's just like I care more about the discipline and the whatever or progress of getting there and making the money. That's more important. The discipline and grit that you kind of develop.
Ooh, there's a little cul-de-sac right here I'm gonna walk into. A cul-de-sac with like identical houses. Oh, it's like mission homes. Oh, Berkeley Presbyterian Mission Homes, a community of multicultural interfaith leaders. Bro, I will come in here and walk around. That's kind of sick. Looks like normal houses, but just kind of like smaller. I don't really see a problem with saying it's kind of become part of my normal vocabulary. And my intent that I'm about to say something else. I guess I could say something else instead of and just be like, I just said it again. Or I could say, or I could just pause and engage in the process of pretending to think or looking away to think to say something. It was quite nice. I wonder if I feel like it has. Maybe placebo has, but there was this influencer, this YouTuber who was a model for Calvin Klein, and he basically was like, basically he was like, there's no BS here. I'm going to tell you exactly how to get a perfect jawline. And he was like, basically get enough water, enough sleep, exercise, the more important thing, body fat reduction is essential. But electrolytes, you have to get your even balance of electrolytes. And I've been taking electrolytes the past couple of weeks, and lucky, there's some difference, I think. The thing is, Santa Cruz electrolytes have stevia inside. And it's sweet, so I kind of... And lemonade, the flavor I got is okay. But it's more so the fact that it's sweet that is a little pleasant. I'll drink it and it'll be easy to finish my water. But it's cold. My water's cold because it's been getting colder. I don't have a heater. I don't have any water heaters. Or what's it called? Boilers? Stoves? No. Yeah, any tea kettles for heating my water. So, yeah. Dude, I hate the fact that I have to poop like every couple hours after every meal, bro. It's like pooped 3 times yesterday. And yesterday at night I couldn't fall asleep for like 30 minutes because I had milk a couple hours ago, like at 10 or 8. And I had milk with protein powder, which I never have milk. And I don't know, it was just kind of unpleasant. It was just like sort of like gaseous. Not terribly bloated, but just a little I'm gonna poop kind of feeling. So that's sad. How am I gonna get my calcium? My bones are becoming brittle, as they say. Here's what I really wanted to talk about. One of my friends, I'm not gonna say names. He, I didn't come to this realization until 2 days ago. He does this thing where we are like walking together, and then there's a mirror, and then he'll go to the mirror and just like we'll be talking, and then he like just starts looking at himself like he'll just like do that openly in front of me, and then I'll just like observe him, and then he'll go back to talking. And it's like, yeah, but I was wondering why that kind of like
how do I say this? It's kind of like an attractive thing, and I was like wondering why. It's like, why you're looking at the mirror, isn't that supposed to be something you do when you're insecure? But there's like there's like a level of honesty there. He's like, I actually like want to see how I look, looking at like hair, his acne, whatever, and not being insecure about that is somehow secure and attractive and honest, which is just like, which I figured it out. It's like he did that because he doesn't think other people will judge him, because he wouldn't judge you if you did that either. And I think that's sort of the basis of all these actions in life. Like, how would you treat others? How you would love. First, there's that level of honesty, and then there's also a level that you actually do live according to those concepts. Anyway, that's like being congruous with yourself. Whew. So he does that, and I was thinking, he's been doing this for a while now, and I just think it's amusing. And I get embarrassed when I do that. Like, I won't look at myself and like not feel like I'm just being like a total idiot and just looking and judging myself for how I look, or like grooming myself in front of somebody else. And there's a total presence about that I like about it, and it's just that, like, not really proving anything to anybody else, but just like sometimes you gotta take a look at your hair, dude, and your face. You gotta like make sure everything's all right. That your acne's not getting out of control, that your hair is looking okay. And there's kind of an enjoyment about that. Like, it's a little thing in life that you enjoy. We have these perfect standards that tell us you have to not care about validation or care about how you look in these external things, but these external things are little things that you can care about it, and aren't necessarily a mark of insecurity, that you do show that you care about them in front of other people. And this connects to something that I just thought about like 5 minutes ago when I was walking through that neighborhood. I was talking about jaw lines. It's like, if anybody hears, in my mind, I was just going, my fear instinct is gone. If anybody hears that I said the word jawline, they're just going to think I'm totally insecure. And my thought process is, if they think I'm totally insecure, they're not going to like me. But the problem isn't that they don't like you because you're insecure. The problem is that they don't see you fully if you're insecure. And it's easier to see someone when they are expressing, like total congruity with who they like, or who they want to be when their values are aligned. And the problem with being insecure is that I guess it will hurt yourself. It wouldn't hurt anybody else. Like, it doesn't matter if you express insecurity. I don't know. If you say something, your voice is shaky. It's like, you have standards for yourself, first of all. And you train yourself to respect them. And then it's sort of being self-aware of that. And, being insecure is just it's a totally weird concept. It's like, you don't really believe that your normal functioning self is worth being around other people. And I guess this is the whole thing that I've come to realize in cold approaching and talking to women. It's not about looking secure to someone else. It's about actually being secure. And looking insecure, and one part of being secure is like being okay with looking insecure, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And sitting with that, and that's in the process of letting go. David Hawkins talks about, where you gradually become okay with that and enjoying your process of enjoying the present moment. In other words, living life. Man. So that was a complicated way of saying just, what am I trying to say? That's a complicated way of saying, like, be totally honest and be okay with that honesty. Stop resisting, you know? You love yourself, and that's totally fine. Like, it's totally okay. Sorry, that wasn't really a very clear. I wasn't very clear, rundown of what my thoughts were about that. But, yeah. It's, it's kind of how it is. Uh, hmm. I love you, I'm sorry. You were the best and you were the worst. And no, 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 no. Da, 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 da. I told the truth, but you didn't like it. You went home. Now you go alone. Charm all the people you train for. You meant well, but I'm low. I'm making known like I'm getting paid. This is the part I was thinking. It's the way life goes. I like to slam doors closed. Trust me, I know it's always about me. I love you, I'm sorry. 2 summers from now, we'll have been talking, but not all that often. We're cool now. I'll be on a boat, you're on a plane, going somewhere same, and I'll have a drink, wistfully lean my window and watch the sunset on the lake. I might not feel real, but it's okay. 'Cause this the way life goes. I push my luck, it shows. Thankful you don't send someone to kill me. I love you, I'm sorry. You were the best, but you were the worst. The sickest of sounds. I loved you first. I was a dick, it is what it is. Habits a kick, the age old good. I tend to laugh whenever I'm sad. I stare at the crowd. It actually works to make an amend. This shit never ends. I'm run again, run again. The way life goes, joy raining down our road. Lay on the horn to prove that it haunts me. I love you, I'm sorry, the way life goes. Seek in code about me. I love you, I'm sorry. Ba-da-da-da. Well, so this whole theoretical concept, this whole thing, it's really not that complicated. I mean, it's normally this is how we're supposed to behave. You do things on your own. Oh, so this is what I want to talk about. I think this is what I forgot. Just like me, as I'm talking and doing something, the reason why I feel insecure or anxious about these things is because I'll often just like get distracted by a pretty person. Either boy or girl, usually girl, or, you know, people. I'll just, yeah, I mean, it's like for whatever reason, I'll start thinking what exactly I can get from them or what they would think about me and what I could give them. It becomes like super analytical and it's not really natural. And you become, it's just something really nice about just being totally focused and immersed in your own little world. And it was probably easier to do this when we were in tribes and it was just us people and you were out there picking berries by yourself in nature or with a group, let's say 5 other men, and then you basically, you acknowledge everyone, and then when you saw someone, you would say hi to them or be totally, give them your energy for a moment and then go back to doing what you're doing. And for the majority of the day, you would probably be very immersed in what you were doing, and your thoughts, and insights that would come to you, and your whole inner world would be super peaceful. Nowadays, we see so many people. I'm in school right now. I'm in college. The amount of people I see, hundreds of people, every hour. And you become really, what's it called? Untuned with yourself. And you're not really focused on this, thing that you're doing. It's not about the activity itself, but it's rather about this moment. And somehow you get distracted by it. Somehow you're like, what would they think if I said this particular thing? What would I think if they thought about it? And then it just gets so complicated. It's like, what the heck are you doing, dude? And I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's something that a lot of people experience. It's distracting. Like, where should my eyes go? Like, am I doing the right thing? But at the end of it, you're just exhausted. And you wish you had a way out. And then, I mean, I don't know. I think this is kind of a thing that Kyra was saying about, like, do you really like doing something? Or do you sort of like doing it, but then you become very absorbed about what other people would think about you if you like that thing. It's like, it's okay to not like it. Totally okay. And I feel like that's where you get your own rhythm from. Your own rhythm of self. Anyways, this was a long walk. I ended right here. Gotta go back, start studying, brush my teeth. It's 11:36 a.m. by the way, if you couldn't tell. Dude, this is a nice place to do yoga. Like, literally right on this grass right here. I would fuck with coming here to meditate, dude. Having free time? Dude, that's the best. Totally being bound by obligations and such, not the best. Having a medium of the two, you. Okay, I'm gonna end it right here. Peace. Love you. Bye. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Bye. Okay, so this is what I think women don't understand about men. And it's that women don't understand that a guy's motivation, like really a large motivation in his actions, I think in adolescence. I can't speak for all guys because I know my experiences may be different from different people's, but it's that, sorry, I'm taking a piece of gum right now. It's that we will see a beautiful woman and we'll be like, bro, lock the fuck in, dude. Especially with my personality. Everything's about, and I realized this kind of too, and it's not necessarily useful, which is a lot of people have the belief. I think Asian kids growing up with parents that are really want them to succeed, just be like, dude, you gotta, work hard. You never get anything if you don't work hard. If you don't put yourself to the grind, and then you realize some things aren't cultivated better through putting your head on the grindstone. It's just some things come easy, and you have to let them happen. You don't have to put yourself through this shameful and guilty pain or this kind of unnecessary forcefulness to reach something that you already have within your grasp. Some kind of power or right that you already possess. Something along those lines. And whenever I see a beautiful woman, I'll just be like, dude, if I don't fucking lock the fuck in, if I don't stop watching porn consistently, if I don't get on 100 days of celibacy, which is one of my goals right now, if I don't lock my diet in, which it's been hard to do. I've been doing this for a couple months now, like nearly half a year, I think, yeah, since the summer. And shout out my cousin. Dude, I can't go more than like 20 days without eating something that fucks me up. It's like, and I'll put excuses for it. I'll be like, I'll let you add a day if it's someone's birthday, if it's your birthday. I'll let you add a day. I'll let you do half a day. If you do, have a couple cookies after surfing, and ice cream, I'll let you have half day. But the moment, there's always a time, there's a coping mechanism fucking release. I didn't release, I haven't worked on letting go. I've kind of ignored the progress I've made. And I haven't worked on myself in this. And, dude, I feel bad. I just spit a piece of gum on the grass. You know what? I'll not do that. Where am I gonna put it though? It better be a trash can. And I'll eat a couple cookies, and then in the evening I'll be like, dude, I really want some ice cream. But I know that I don't want the ice cream. I know that I don't want it. Boom. I eat it next day. It's like, fuck, dude. I'm trying to keep it going, man. I'm not trying to do this. So it's like, brah, get your shit together, and you see a beautiful woman, or you're feeling down, you're like, holy moly. This is what I was describing when I was at the airport, and I feel like women don't understand this. They would be like, I don't think, and it almost like, I don't know if this is where it come out of resentment, or if this is coming out of like just an aspiration for empathy or something like that. Or like desire to be respected. But it's just like, dude, you don't know how hard we care about this. It's like, especially for good guys, like, you don't know how hard like actually want this, and I guess it's the same on the other side, because it's like obviously a mutual thing when you get married, or when you find like someone that like shares the same values as you. But I just don't think it's the case. It doesn't seem like the case. Like Jordan Peterson described it pretty well. He was like, guys idealize that woman. They like see her as this solution to their problems. They see her as like this validation of their masculinity. Like it's It doesn't. It's like, oh, it doesn't need to be this deep. But bro, what are these people running out here for? Oh, this is low-key like a sorority, like an Asian sorority or something, or like a religious Asian girls group or something, bro. Anyhow, cuddaloos. No. Anyhow, I was basically just like thinking about that. It's like you just wish if someone could just see how bad you actually wanted it, they would just like, I don't know, fulfill your needs. Like, just to be like, oh, I'm just gonna come in here, just like clutch up, and it doesn't happen. Honestly, it just doesn't happen. Um, like you could. I mean, this is kind of part of my podcast. Like, my hopes is that I'll put this stuff out there. I'll be completely honest and transparent with you guys. Just the online media. Let's put it out there. And it's like, my hope is like, if you actually saw me, like, my hope is that you would actually see that I'm a good person. Because I'm a good person, that you would like me. And that you would respect me. And that you would appreciate my journey and how far I've come. And similarly, dude, is that a wetsuit? Oh, hell no, it's not a wetsuit. That, see, I mean, it kind of happens kind of frequently, honestly. Like, I was walking by this house, and it had its window open, and, not window open, they just didn't have their shades on, and then there was, like, these two people inside, and there was, like, a kitchen, and they were, like, it was just, like, two girls. They were wearing leggings, I think, and then they just seemed like they were talking to each other, and they looked like European, and not just like white, like brunette or something. And I just like looked at them, and I didn't see their face. Like, I'm always like looking for. Whenever I see a girl that's just like attractive, I will be like waiting to just look at her face. But but at that moment, I was like, just keep on walking, dude. You're doing your own thing. And I was like, dude, that's why you gotta like, sleep. That's why you gotta do all these things. And I think to some degree, seeking validation in that sense is not necessarily a human component. But you don't want to see it as the truth or the reality. Like, you're starving for that. Because at some point you realize that you actually care a lot about something that's more deeper and more core, that's been harder to find but more truthful to yourself, which is that you really just love who you are and how you take care of yourself. And that, existence precedes essence, and you know what that means. Sartre said that you control your own fate. You like write your own destiny. And so it's like, basically at that point, you're not like, you're doing things you actually care about yourself, or you love yourself. It's like, loving yourself isn't necessarily being completely perfect. It's about having kind thoughts to yourself, the way you would treat a friend. And that's kind of how friendship sort of forms, I think. It's like being a real awareness of what you would want out of a friend, and being a good friend to yourself. Again, I think it's easier when you see people doing the right thing. You see parental figures doing the right thing, and you just mirror that. You feel it. Something I've been learning about in the past 2 days, writing my research paper, is there's there's theories about repression, psychological repression from a young age, that you express that psychic energy, and you're afraid to express it in certain emotions because it would be denied. It would lead to unpleasure instead of pleasure when you were a child. And instead of seeing it as a healthy thing, but a parent gives off these enigmatic messages according to the plot, and the child doesn't know how to interpret it. And I think this is a large part of, self-love is, how are you going to love yourself if you don't even know what it looks like? Your parents didn't take care of themselves, didn't exercise, didn't, say kind things to themselves, and consequently say kind things to you when you did something wrong. They felt, they got angry, they got nervous, they got anxious, and so you're just gonna follow that because that's what you think is a normal response to that. And when you're like practicing, when you're practicing the opposite, it becomes, you figure out like, what am I gonna do now that I actually think is like a healthy thing. And honestly, I couldn't. I couldn't tell you exactly how to do it because exactly what to do, but your body would tell you, Oh, there was a trash can. There was, my gum is gone. There's this. There's basically this thing that I've been thinking about when it comes to dating, and it's like standards and self-respect, right? Like, why is it always that you feel like you're chasing people, or that you're, putting more energy into something and people aren't like investing back? And basically, I was in the kitchen cooking today, and these like two girls. I was just basically cooking, and people do this a lot. They like poke their heads in and be like, "Hi, what are you making?" And I would be like, "Oh, I'm just like meal prepping." And people did this a couple times before, these two people, and then I'm cooking. Door opens, and these two people poke their head in, and I look, and I just like give direct eye contact to this one person, and this one girl, and I realized it's like this girl, that the first girl that ever like, it was a two man, it's a 2-man, but that like I cold approached at Berkeley. It was during like orientation, and I remember like pulling out my phone to ask for the Instagrams and them leaving, but they weren't like, it was a negative interaction. It just wasn't positive. And then a couple times I've talked to them and seen them around in our building, and I've said like hi, and then been like, oh, what's your name? And it was like, oh, like now I know what their names are. And her roommate has a boyfriend, right? It's like long distance boyfriend, which I didn't know. But I was at a party in Halloween, and then I saw her there, and I was like, hi, blank. She's like, what? Who are you? Like, how do you know my name? I was like, oh, I'm the one that 2-man, you and your roommate. It's just like, oh, and then I don't know if she said this first, but it was a pretty short interaction. She was like, my roommate's not, just so you know, or something, my roommate's not interested. I don't know if she's interested in you or interested. Basically, that was the gist of it. And then I said, like, how's your dating life? She's like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Anyways, and then I moved on after that. I was like, kind of fucking a little sad, pissed, and bummed at the same time. They walk in, I'm wearing my hoodie like this, right? And I have my apron on. I don't know if they could tell it was me. I was cooking my 3 pounds of ground beef in the pot. And I was cooking my onions with it, and it smelled good, which it usually does because the air fucking gets out there and people smell it. And they're like, what's going on in here? And she opens the door. And they're like, oh, they like open the door, and like, oh my God. And I turn on, they're like, oh, not like, oh, that was a bad oh. They're like, oh. Like something like that. It was like, bruh, like no way. They said no way. They said oh, and I was just like, stared at her, like gave her eye contact. I was like slightly nervous, but I was just like, oh, whatever. She's like, how often do you cook? Like, it smells so good. I'm like, thanks. Well, and then just like, and then they're like, so you bring, like, is this like, where do you buy all this? I was like, no, I brought it from home. Like, I'm just meal prepping, like, some meat and some beef and some vegetables. Then we, like, talk for another, like, 20 seconds, maybe, max. She was like, oh, I'm so jealous or something. And then I was like, yeah. And they were smiling, and then they left. And they left, and then turned around, and I said, bye. I was like, I wasn't like, bye. I just said, bye. Like, being nonchalant bye. That's when you know you're hella insecure. Like, you're just saying bye, like, because you don't know what else to say. You need to say something. You're like, oh, I'm just going to say something. And this is how it is in cold approaching, by the way. It's like, if you don't fucking just embrace yourself and just let go, sometimes you'll just feel awful because you say things and you don't get it right. And you never get things right if you're performing. Anyhow, after I was thinking, like, should I have offered them food? Like, they were saying, they're complimenting me, and I like this girl. Right? Or I think she's pretty. And, but I've only seen her a couple times. Her roommate said that, like, she's not interested. Like, is her roommate just saying that, or is she actually not interested? I don't. I've never talked to her. But one time I was sitting and eating lunch at the library that's on the stairway, and she was like 30 feet away. She walked by and we made eye contact, and then she waved at me. And it was like a nice sunny day, and I was like, just not even smiling. I was just listening to music, or like my wired performative headphones in. Honestly, with these headphones, I like listening, but like sometimes I just don't listen to music and I have them on. I don't really, yeah, I'm not really a big music person yet. I'm going to be, but this she waved and said hi, or she waved and I waved back and smiled, and she just moved on. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, I cold approached her. I told her I cold approached her, and she knows that I cold approached her. And she's still like waving. Like, what the heck is the purpose of waving? Like, I see you. Like you're gonna continue on. And I guess this is normal. It's a normal thing to say hi to someone, even if you don't like them. It's like, you want to get validated, you guys. You just don't want to date me. Like, okay, I'm fine with that. But so that happened, and then I thought for like 20 minutes, just psychic energy being used. I was just like, should I like offer like food or anything like that? And I was just like investing so much mental real estate, and then ooh, this is rugby season. And basically I just like felt like I just wasn't respecting myself, just didn't respect. It's like you get hurt when you like take risks. It's like sometimes I'm not sure whether the hurt is me doing the wrong thing or if it's me doing the right thing and not acknowledging the fact that it was the right thing. So, but it's basically like, if you're being treated poorly, you do not take it as a romantic gesture. You see it for what it is, and you choose being respected over being liked, because you have standards and you care about that yourself in that sense. You care about yourself, and it's not being mean or super rigid or aggressive or anything. It's just, you can convey these things in a very subtle, light, humorous, even kind and warm way. The people might be annoyed a little bit at first when you say those things, but they respect you and admire you at the end of the day for that. And if they don't, see, this is the thing that Izzy was saying. Curry was saying, like, on her podcast that I never released, was, it's like, respectfully, like, fuck off. Like, being able to say that, and like, when someone doesn't admire you, it's like totally okay because you're so grounded. But I mean, I'm giving so much thought to this. I don't think it's as complicated as it really seems. Because when you're grounded, I think it holds you down more than if you were not. But, yeah, that's the hard part. Is like, the people who don't really like support you in those ways, or don't have respect for your boundaries in those ways, and you're also like investing, so you got to really like, I don't know, you kind of make mistakes and you figure things out, and sometimes it's not like you just totally know that you're gonna do something that's gonna be good for you, but I think, well, I think it's trial and error. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I could walk hella, bro. Right now. Walking is so nice, man. Dude, I need a puffer. Like, I honestly need a puffer. Because I could wear, like, my thick jacket over this, but it's just kind of hard. It's, like, easier if it's a jacket, you know? Like, not jacket, I had a hoodie, zipper thing, a quarter zip. Um, yeah, that's what I think women don't understand about men. And I feel like there's more stuff where, like, guys are just totally being dumb. Like, guys will just do stuff that doesn't make any sense to me. But, and I feel like I wish I could understand it, but I also feel like that would just give me, like, dumb brains, like, worse brain cells. If it was, like, if I was in the exact same context, you know? Like, sometimes you'll, like, dude, in that movie, like, Joker, I just feel like maybe I'm biased. I'm saying this kind of chivalrously, but not really. I don't think I am. There's a reason why they put it in the movie. These three white dudes from Wayne Enterprise go and start beating Joker up because Joker has this laughing condition, right? And they're probably drunk and like, oh, it's alcohol, but no, three white guys and they think they have white privilege and whatever. They go and beat up Arthur Fleck in a Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, and he gets fucking. He pulls out his gun and shoots, and they're like, they're scared. These three like football-esque players, white dudes, and they were like kind of harassing a girl earlier. It's like, I guess, like those are the kind of people that I guess girls assume guys are like. But if you're a really mature guy, dude, I just watched this wonderful video today. It's not very comforting, but I mean, it's totally comforting. It's like the more sex you have at a younger age, like the higher your body count is correlated with people who had lower than 5 body count versus people who had 5, double it, had twice the likelihood of not being divorced than being divorced. And that's fucking amazing. Same thing with extramarital, I think twice as likely the extramarital or something like that. Extramarital sex, whatever. So basically having sex is not really a good thing. I mean, honestly, I don't think, having like 3 long-term relationships, like being in a talking stage with people is totally healthy, I would say. And I don't think you should have sex until you really know them. And that would require probably at least a month. Especially in college, it's kind of faster because you get to know them if you spend more time with them. So you hang out with them like 2 times a week. And, but sex? Like, holy moly. Like, bro, these bops out here, they're gonna get divorced like that, bro. Like, you're out here just, like, doing the most. But anyways, like, I feel like girls have the perception that guys that, like, are, like, those white guys, and some guys are like that, probably. I don't really know them too well to know, and I don't know my own psychology too well to know that their psychology would be the same as mine.
they just don't understand like how hard it and I guess I'm confused when it's the opposite, where it's like when you're talking about the opposite gender just being like, yo, we're having a hard time out here, there's not enough guys, or these guys are bad, like, why don't they like me? It's like, are you really insecure? Like, don't you do really not see that a lot of guys just want to like get in your pants? Like, and if that's the only way to, and I feel like that's kind of the way dating works. It's not really personality based. It's full like some of it is admiration to personality, but a lot of it is physical attributes. Like I don't really know a lot of these girls. Like I'll just come across and think they're pretty, and it's fine with that, and it's kind of annoying, actually. But and I don't really go into the character. And some girls I'll like kind of know a little better and think their character is really cool. They have standards, and they're interested in things I'm interested in. Like I'll be into that, but it's fewer, and I guess it's a less passionate thing, which isn't bad, but I'm just saying, you know. And oof, oh no, what else was I gonna say? So girls sort of have this. It's like maybe it's just like really want to get a date. I just really want to date. Just really want to have like on a date with somebody. I just really want to like expedite this dating process. It's looking hard, but I'm determined to. Yeah, I'm not really trying, I would say. How many approaches did I do in the last week? None, really. Not really. I feel like I'm still damaged by some of this stuff. Still a little hurt by some of this stuff. But to say that, you know, I would stop cold approaching or being, you know, open to it, it's like, not really. Also, just talking, girl, and getting to know people, and like, really, I think it's joining, you know, going to those activities that really make stuff like that happen, like run club and chaos and like surfing and whatnot. But it's like, whew. It's like you like can't. I feel like the environment is like some people just like hella crazy body counts. It's like, what the heck, bro? Like, how did that even happen? And I guess I really like need you to be like a totally chill person, like a totally good person. If you want to be my friend and you're a girl, like I prioritize that, like being respected over you, like me, or like you were thinking like the physical attributes are attractive, etc. But it's hard. It's kind of hard, and I just don't really think girls are really easy to understand. You know, yeah, it is, and I feel like, and I think it's really just fascinating how like women are different than men, and men are different than women. It's like how the only difference really is that like we don't have breasts, we don't have a wiener, like physically we kind of look the same. We don't have long hair. But what is it like? What makes her? What makes us different? And mostly just to take away the sexual desire. Like what would you just look different? But it's also a different whole vibe and everything. It's like whoa, this shit fascinates me. Well, it's like whoa, genuinely it fascinates me. But also, it's one of the biggest challenges I have in my life. Biggest mountains to climb. I'm glad I have a better relationship with this now, with the whole gender and, you know, dating and sex and relationship thing, and masculinity and sexuality and femininity. But bro, it is a continual journey. It's a rough pickle to swallow type shit. But it's like, bro, no, this, it's like, but, bro, no way I said it's a rough, no way I said it was a rough pickle to swallow, and they were like, and they had their windows down, bro. Like, no way that just happened. Uh, Dude, fucking just enjoy yourself, bro. Stop thinking about what other people think about it. It's like when I'm talking, I just like people think I'm calling when I'm on my phone, but it's like, and whenever a pretty girl walks by, I just really want to make a good impression, be like really having fun and saying something that's funny, and it takes away from me actually thinking it's funny and like want them to think that I'm thinking it's funny, and then it just takes me out of the present moment. It's like, fuck, what are you doing, dude? Like, why do you have to be influenced like that? And it's not their fault. It's actually you're projecting onto them. So lock the fuck in, dude. Eh, 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 Don't ask me where that's from. Um, See, this is I probably already described this. You may already know this about me. This is the core problem of my life. This is the problem I'm trying to fucking get out of the past 3 years, which is um, that I'll be walking. You look at me and I'm looking fine. You think I'm just totally enjoying the recording and shit. I am. But as soon as a pretty girl walks by, as soon as someone that's attractive or I think is just like has a higher social status than me, bro, I lose it, bro. My mental state goes out of a jar. I just fucking jump right out the present moment. I get out of there and I start twisting, figuring out how am I gonna do this, bro? How am I gonna make myself look like seriously like a cool person, like an interesting guy, like a present person? And that totally does not work. And it doesn't work because you're just doing the most. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like you're getting out of the present moment to look present instead of actually just genuinely being present. And then and then I honestly just I don't know what to say. It's like I just care too much about what people think. It's like natural. Like you have to try to consider it, but sometimes you just so focus on something you don't want to be. You honor your path so much that you don't want to be taken off of it. And so that's what it is, really. It's like you don't want to. It's like that's like performing at the best. Like that's what performing is. It's like how do you switch from performing to experiencing to living? And some people figure this out in middle school. I think I'm figuring this out right now, man. But good thing I am figuring it out. Much love. I'm gonna get back to my dorm and gonna go shower, do the dishes, get it going. Get it going, bro. I've never tried this before, but I'm gonna run right now. I'm just gonna wake up at 7:30 and go on a run then. Fucking woke up and was like, yeah, it'd be better if I got an extra hour of sleep because I'm jet lagged and I'm tired. I just came back from China. I went back to bed and did not wake up for my 9 a.m. Actually, I slept until like 9:20. I was pissed at myself. Like I always am. But I thought I could go on a run right now. I faded my 5 p.m. R1B class, and it's like I could really use a run right now. So it's like I gotta call Matthew AI, and then gotta go on this run. And it's low-key dark, and it's fucking cold now. It's so cold at Berkeley. I love it. It's nice. Or it's new. Not necessarily nice. Well, I can like it. I can get to like it. Whew. The only problem is woke this morning. It was already 9:30, so the cold shower wasn't too bad. But I can imagine if it wasn't 9:30. Say it was 7 or 6:30.
Dude, I'd be fucked. Seriously, man? I'd be fucked. Fucked. It's like, there's no way I'm going to a cold shower this time. So it's better to do in the afternoon, I suppose, when it's warmer. I can imagine cold showering at this temperature. Holy fuck, I'm not crossing this shit. There are too many cars. Holy. How am I gonna cross the street at this point? Like, there's no way. I don't even know where I'm running, but I'm having dinner with two friends at 7. And just gonna run for like an hour. Probably like 6 miles, maybe 7 miles. I'll run like 10 miles today in total, which would be cool. I don't honestly care about my Strava time. I'm not gonna go check it. Ooh. Yeah, it can cost you. Cost you. Cost again. Oop. Are there any more cars? No more cars. Alright, that's a win for the crossy roaders out here. Dude, the worst thing. If I'm being literal, the worst thing happened yesterday. I sat down. I felt tired. That's one way you could describe it. A more in-depth way you could describe it is I was feeling slightly out of it. It's like unsure of my assignment, of needing to do it. I almost get my dopamine from anticipating and planning, scheming how I'm going to procrastinate this. Like, I'll fade class tomorrow because if I have class on Tuesday, I'm going to do it on Tuesday. It's like, never just get the fucking work done. Enjoy the grit process, getting it done. Like, you've done this for exercise, kind of. You like the pain. Like, it draws you in, you know? Like, running that 5K I was like, fuck, I'm never running again. I finished, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm on the top of the world. It's amazing. I feel so proud of myself. I've yet to do that with studying. But there's someone I met who is on the judo youth Olympic team. And he's what is he? He's basically like, I got his Instagram, and he has this thing where he like films himself studying for like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours on like quick speed. So you'll see him do it super quickly and watch the time, the clock tick by. And looking, I need to start doing that for myself to just, you know, show myself like, fuck, record myself, have the evidence of like, you can do it, you can actually study, and you're gonna take breaks in between, but you'll finish your work. And that's totally something that I fuck with. And it's something, it's like no secret he could really be pulling. I want to ask him, but honestly, I need to start doing that. Because if I don't start doing that, I'm gonna wreck my dating life. I'm gonna wreck my sleep. I'm gonna wreck my friendships. No, I'm not gonna wreck all those things. It's just gonna affect it, because studying is such an integral part of my 4 years of college. It's a necessary part. And I cannot keep on relying on the hope that, you know, I'll get something done. Maybe I'll just run a half marathon right now. Let's see. I've probably run 3 miles. I have another 9 miles. 9 times 9 was 81. Ooh, I don't think I have enough time. 9 times 8 equals 36, 72. Ooh, I might get there. I see. Probably not, but I ran like 10 miles. Fuck. Damn, I just got scared by a dog. My goodness, bro. If that dog just came out and started chasing me, I would be hella scared. Ugh. Oh. Okay, one more thing. The craziest thing happened. I left my phone in the dance studio. Then my dance teacher left. He's like, take as long as you want, find your phone. So I took out my backpack, took out my Mac, and opened Find My, took all my things out, my manual, took my things out, my manual, and my charger, my headphones and everything. And I kind of just, took everything out. Then I left. And what happened was, I thought my phone was outside. So I opened the door, and then the door locked on me. And the door is closed now because it's locked. I didn't know this at the time, but there's someone inside. Our accompanist who plays the piano and the drums during our dance class. He was in there, but I didn't know. And thought he left. So I'm knocking on doors, no one's answering. Go around and go to the career engagement office. I left my phone, looking for I don't have my phone or anything. I'm like trying to figure out what to do. Eventually, like 10 minutes later, after overthinking, it's just fucking like, what the fuck? It's gonna be a funny story. I'm like, okay, I've tried to open the windows. I think these old windows. So I put a garbage can next to it. Find this wooden block. It's like a thin, flat wooden block, which you can slide through the crack of the window. There's a crack in the window, and it's one of those lever windows on the bottom of the sill where you twist it 90 degrees and it opens. Opens the hatch, right? And if you, I'm gonna go up here. So I'm like poking it through this small crack of the window, trying to open it, but it's not long enough. And it'll only push the latch a little bit, but it won't push all the way through because it loses its friction on the silver or the metal latch. And I'm like, let me find a string. So I go again and find a string in the trash can. At this point, I'm not really thinking. I'm just looking at this garbage can and finding stuff inside of it. And I put a string. I tie it around the wooden block. And then I try to loop it around, but the string won't catch onto the latch when I stick it into the crack. Now this crack is probably like 1 millimeter or maybe 2 millimeters. If I pry the window open with my left hand and tug it in with my right. And then I'm like, fuck, let me get a wooden stick. So I got a wooden stick, a thin branch, not a branch. It's like a twig, a thicker twig. It's long enough. Eventually I go through 3 twigs. The last one is long enough. I hoop it around. And then the string is connected to the wooden block, and I yank the wooden block, and the thing opens. Then I crack it open, then I climb, and enter into the dance studio, which at this point I didn't know there were motion sensors that would have started the alarm. But my dance teacher forgot to turn them on. So I did not set the motion sensors off. And then I'm just like, Jesus, what do I do? And then I just get my phone, and my phone is white, and I was connected to my headphones. They were basically locked, basically camouflaged into the mop that was like 2 feet in front of me of my Mac, where I was sitting down on the wooden dance studio trying to figure this out. It's like, fuck, damn, these miles are really hitting me now. And there you are. There's the torque. Oh, fuck. Thank God I found it. Faded class. I'm excited to tell my friends about it. Excited to be present. Figure shit out in life, you know? Life is hard. Life is so hard. Even though I have it easy in some ways. Yo. So basically, I'm in the BART now. Yo, this is kind of cool. There's like a moving glass thing behind me, or there's a moving scene behind me. Definitely not sitting on the wheelchair access place. Anyways,
34th Avenue.
but basically, there's like basically I said basically like 10 times, but I'm going back on the BART, and I was talking about this woman I just couldn't put into a category, right? It was just like, those are definitely highlights on too. I was walking, but I realized they were probably in high school. What are they even doing here? But anyways,
Next stop, 31st Avenue.
dude, about dating is like, is it true that you need to prove to yourself that like you can date people, or is it you just go on your own timeline and whenever?
31st Avenue.
I think the thing about dating is that when you genuinely find someone that you actually are a good partner with, that you can actually give to, it's one of the most rewarding things, because you are not necessarily waiting for it, but it's just an amazing gift that you really can't force. Anyhow, what was I going to say? I wonder if it's important kindness for him. The thought to have is that, like, you find yourself to be, like, you know, you can get horny about other people. Like, you can get, dude, I honestly don't know if, like, other people can hear me. But like, you know how you can get horny about other people, right? Well, is it a thing where you get horny about yourself in the sense that not like lustfully, but just in a very kind sense where it's like you don't really give too much care to like how you look and stuff, but like in the sense that you don't really care. It's like we all have someone that we can tell we're well find, and I feel like appearance is just one factor, but you do find yourself to be attractive. Like, is that a kind thought to have for yourself, or is that buying, or is that buying into the narrative that like you're basically cooked, or that you need to have good looks to
26th Avenue.
to have some sort of attractive pull for other people. It's like if you don't have not had that experience, like you don't really know what it's like. You kind of just go into it immense experience just sort of imagining and thinking about ways it could be. And honestly, like, being single is, like, honestly, people in high school who, I mean, a lot of people I think had their first relationship in high school, and it's like a special thing to watch. It's like, wow, like they're figuring out the first time. Like, they look mature, they're like in high school, but like, do you actually know what you're doing? And honestly, the answer is probably no. But that's what's special about it. You're still figuring things out, and if it does result in heartbreak of some form,
22nd Avenue.
but things aren't working out, at least you got some sort of experience. It's like, I almost view dating in an analytical sense, where it's like, I gotta do this. Like, I have to do this now, before it's too late. And honestly, it's never too late. Um, it's never too wrong time, or whenever. Man,
22nd Avenue.
this is bored. Like, I was loving like all the white water. I was like, dude, this thing is fire. It goes fast. But why am I like longing for my phone, like my wave store? Why am I missing using that? It's weird, to be honest. But this reminds me of one of the first surf sessions I did in Del Mar with someone who's an experienced surfer. I borrowed his 8-foot wave store. It was more of paddling out. Got through. Eventually, nosedive like 10 times. Like, I fell off the board. A couple pulled on my shoulder trying to turtle roll. It was just rough. Like, getting out there is the hard thing. Well, in any case, that was really similar to today. Just like figuring things out with this board. I honestly don't know if I could even duck that with it. Like, how am I supposed to even take it out, like, without just terribly like letting go and like hitting someone with it? It's almost like a privilege to know what anxiety feels like. Because I don't know if people who are secure describe like not having that just full of anxiety about themselves and their social environments. I wonder if they know how it feels like to be with it, and the barriers it puts for you to like actually getting to know people and to enter the dating realm. It's seriously like, you get over it, it's like still there's more work to do.
Next stop, 16th Avenue.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, so what I was thinking, I was doing it right the past couple like days in China, and there's just this woman at the airport with her with her man, with a husband and 2 kids. And she just, I wish I could have taken a picture of her. I don't know if you would share my sentiments, but she just had a perfect smile, and the nose, it was like a sharp nose. The smile was short. She was wearing like Lululemon leggings, but it wasn't even like she had like a big bottom or anything. Like, it wasn't that. Like, it was just seemed like a kind, gentle mother person, and she had like, like normal hair, I suppose, maybe a little above average, but it's normal, like this kind, slightly wrinkled eyes. She's probably 30, and I'm just looking at her. I'm just like, dude, what the fudge am I doing? Like, am I really giving it all up for this? Like, just to imagine things, like you just to put it up, play it out in your head instead of like actually like treating it as a sacred, like actually important thing you do with someone else. And the way we normalize that, it's like you gotta realize that what normal people do is not the right thing. Like you gotta question it too, and make these rules by yourself. Fudge, I mean, yesterday after I came back from the airport, I was seriously just like, actually just like seriously like, I don't know if it's been taking a creatine, but it was basically like I shrank, like I actually lost like 2 centimeters of like body fat and body muscle. Like I was looking at myself in the mirror, I was like, hella good, hella lean, but like also just frail looking.
Next stop,
It's cool how
Judah
China
and
people are like,
9th
oh, you're
Avenue.
actually coming from
This
like
stop
you're
is
being
acceptable
big
upon
or
request.
like harder looking or whatever. It's just like before they were like, oh, you're so skinny, or and every time you go to China, because everyone always judges you based on that. But it's like, like I really, there's a change, but I don't notice a change. Like I notice a change, but it's like that's not enough. Like I needed a year or two. Like honestly, it's not even been a full year yet. It's like another 3 months. But you work at it slowly, and like even with like 2 or 3 workouts a week and surfing, and like on top of that running too, it's like still build yourself, and build muscle mass, and get bigger. It's like at what point is it? I'm not gonna be satisfied. Right? It's like also the surfing. At what point am I gonna be satisfied? You can only realistically like only enjoy. Realistically, you can only enjoy the present moment. So it's like why beat yourself up for that? And also same thing with dating. It's like you gotta realize you can't. It's not like you reach like a certain point or a certain like climax where you're just like, oh, it's just enough. Like I got to like my ideal, like how I want to be as a person. So to daily challenge your car, and if you're putting the work in the consistent manner, obviously I don't think you would worry about it so much. It's just like a normal part of daily life, and you're happy. You're like at peace with yourself because you're at least somewhat content or happy. Dude, my hands are so dry. Guys, for discipline, I just actually don't work on it. It's like looking hard.
Irving and 8th Avenue.
Yeah. Well. Dude. Oof. I was at the bathroom today, in the communal bathroom, and there's this girl who comes up, or I get in the way of her opening her locker, and then I like step to my locker, which is like next to her, kind of next on the column next to hers, and the opening, she says hi. Because I said hi to her or I asked her how she was doing one time, and she was like joined a conversation I had, like a long conversation with another girl, like way back, and then I asked her how she was doing, like in a conversation. No, because I was sitting with some of my friends and they started talking about this Chinese ringtone, or like they started talking about this Chinese like meme, like just like some weird Chinese noises, and then she was like, "Oh, that's my ringtone," and then everyone like looked at her and just burst out laughing. But basically, she's like some people just have really like, or like they're smaller and they kind of like have closed off body language. They always like look down. They don't look at you when you walk by. I feel like it's harder to say hi to those people, not because they dress differently or socially inferior in any way, but more just like because it's like socially, it's kind of hard to approach, and also you don't really think they're, I don't know, as evolutionarily favorable. I don't know, social status, but that's kind of in the back of our heads all the time. And I feel guilty of that, and I feel like I've become more open to just talking to everyone, which is a positive thing. But I noticed, like, I said hi, and I was like, oh, fuck, I just kind of did not notice her, or I didn't have the thought of saying hi to her. And I realized that I think it's because it's probably just, like closed off body language, like no smiling on her part, no eye contact. So it's harder for you to connect with them because they're saying like, oh, I'm shy, I don't really know want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you, or I'm like having a bad day or whatever. But the second thing is like, I think your own idea of yourself, where, and I definitely have this. I feel like this is the way it is with like even like people who are like more attractive. It's almost like you can notice it, and then you almost like tell yourself that, like, I like don't deserve to talk to them, and then it just makes things awkward, honestly. But that and also just, yeah, mostly that. And sometimes people are snobby, like they actually think they're better than other people, and those are the people you don't really want to talk to, because I don't really think they have an accurate perception of human worth, that it's probably like based on other artificial values, and that you don't really want to talk to them. Other people are genuinely kind people with values that align with yours, and they're not based on artificial things like appearance. You can definitely open yourself up to talking if you see that your own worth is not determined by your appearance, and because objectively speaking, I feel like it is true that there are some people that are just more attractive than other people, and just the general viewpoints, like most guys will say, oh, that girl is more attractive than that girl, or like that guy is more handsome than the other guy. And we almost put so much emphasis on it because it's like, but it's also an excuse for us, because you just don't realize there's so many other things you control that just totally outrank attractiveness and appearance. Fuck. I got a side rail. I'm gonna walk toward the end of the block and I'll come back. So I gotta go study because the prep academic room downstairs closes at 10. And I'm gonna meditate, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I want to sleep. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at like, not yesterday I woke up at 6:55. Today I woke 6:55. 6:30. Fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to wake up at 6:30 because, dude, Thursday and Friday and Saturday, the surf is looking really good. It's like really green. I don't want to go. and want to get in 2 good surf sessions before I go to China. Because in China, I won't be able to fucking surf for a whole week. You know how terrible that is? Like, that's almost as bad as missing my flight. It's like, I would have just not gone to China, like, fucking just stay here and surf. Hopefully the conditions at OB, Ocean Beach, where just like the main surf spot here in SF, are fine over the summer, because I'm staying over the summer. And hopefully I also find housing that doesn't bomb. Oh my... Bro, is that like Taco Snooze Day or something? What is this function? Dude, it's hella loud up there, dude. Oh, there's hella people talking. What is going on, dude? Anyways. FOMO. Bro, what are you even talking about? Like, what is even going on? Like, what is so exciting, bro? Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, so basically, I need to finish the stuff that I have to do for work. I have like these 2-hour training for work that's online, and I have to finish writing my script, which I'll probably try to do tonight. And then I will... Oh, dude, I have to write my essay. I have to write a draft of my essay, dude. And there's probably at least 100 pages of reading I have to do, like, plus notes and annotated bibliography. And actually, like, writing the essay, which I can probably just do by, like, voice typing and using chat to help me organize my thoughts and shit, which will genuinely makes it much faster. But tomorrow I have 3 classes, 4 classes, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 4 classes, and then Thursday I have 1 class, but at night I have something at 8 to 10, and then I have all this other stuff I have to pack. Dude, I'm going to fucking China, dude, I have to pack. Oh my Jesus Christ, dude. So, I'm gonna... Dude, basically I was talking about this, and today was a lucky day. I got by with not eating shit. I was a little bloated, I think... Dude, I don't know from what, man. Probably just eating kind of quickly, not sitting down. Even though I cooked today. Cooking took like 2 hours. And then I was figuring stuff up on chat for stuff I don't even fucking remember what it felt like was important about health and like about the wave conditions and my parking spot and just everything, just logistical little things. It took probably another 2 hours. And I ended up like going to the architecture building for like an hour to do one productive 30-minute session talk with the writing center. And I read ChatGPT summaries of my readings for my essay for maybe 30 minutes. And Jesus Christ, bro. Dude, there's no way I have this much work. It's actually crazy. I'm about to get cooked. Yeah. Besides that, I mean, dude, please just like, oh, I was talking about practicing discipline, right? Well, when you're sitting there and doing it, I just like my hand jerkily went off to click Y, which is YouTube. Clicked on both my school account and my regular account because I have 15-minute timers on both. I watched like 30 minutes of YouTube, like just random videos about love and dating and relationships and surfing, which all seems super important. And soon I'm like, oh my god, this video is I must see it. I must see it. That's how I feel about reels too. Chai Omega. What is that? Dude, I've yet to learn the sororities on campus, like the names. I only know some of the frats. Apparently someone drowned at ADP, which is like a frat, the only frat with a pool on campus, or yeah, at Berkeley. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's harder than expected. I worked out a little longer than expected. I went like to 9, instead of 9 o'clock, I finished at 9:30, and then I ate breakfast. Instead of like till 10, I ate until like 10:30. Then I had to order stuff on Grubhub, which took a little longer. And then, fuck, I don't even know. Then I had to cook from like 11 to like 3:30 to like 4. Because I had to order Grubhub to cook. I had to search random stuff up. And then I had to journal. Like, I had to fill my water. That was it. It took like 30 minutes, like 40 minutes. I had to fill my water. And then, Jesus Christ, what else? What else? I had to fill my water. Then I like read for a little bit. And honestly, gosh, it just feels like you need to do everything. But the most important thing, you just gotta lock in and get those out of the way, like genuinely. And then I like looked on Instagram to respond to messages and stuff for like an hour today, which was bad. Which wasn't bad because I was necessary. I like to plan stuff for like surfing on Saturday, but it's always these little things that you like think are more important, and you prioritize, and then you fuck yourself because you have to do those after, not before. You also have time to do it after, like the next day, but you don't have time to do it before, which is like during the day itself. And yeah, lock in, twin. Lock in, twin. You got this. Sorry. Bro, I went for a 4.8 something, 4.81 mile run this morning. And boy, it was a little painful. Definitely not as painful as the 5K that I actually raced for on last week, Tuesday, for some event. But dude, it was a little painful. It was a lot of uphill. I just felt like I was going slow. I was running at like a 9-minute pace for like the first part, and I was just getting frustrated because I was just ass cheek slow. Also, I was like running with kind of a bloated stomach because last night, for some reason, maybe it was the raw kefir, or I just had like 4 bowls, like mini bowls of frozen blueberries, which might have done it. I feel good right now. Today I just did not have any shit. But dude, I was just, you run to lose the pain. Like, you run to get rid of that feeling of control that you feel like your physiology has over you. The negative effects of, bad eating, which you just don't need to start in the first place, but the human brain takes you places, Anyhow, I felt great today. Like, I was so proud of myself. Like, I love a good workout. I love a good pump from the gym. That makes me feel big. But once in a while, you mix it up. You throw in a run like that, like York. Bro, he runs like hella long. Like, and I know a lot of cross country runners do, but he runs like 5 to 10 miles, like up to 85 miles, he told me, every week. And that's so respectable. Like, the amount of pain in running, especially when you're actually pushing yourself and just slowly increasing your VO2 max and your cardiovascular abilities, Like it must hurt. I didn't run cross country in high school, but it must hurt. Like I really respect the people who not only enjoy it but also push themselves to the limits in it. Anyways, it was only like a 5 mile run. It wasn't even 5 miles. Like I'm rounding up, but I felt great. I went to class, was fresh, did not get tired, did not even feel that tired in dance class. I yawned probably like 2 or 3 times, which is great because, dude, you know the feeling in dance class, 2 to 4 o'clock for me. I have this dance class, right? And dude, it's a dance class. You would think it would energize you, and bro. By the time it's 3 o'clock, I'm like looking at the clock, and I think everyone else in the class does it too. It's like, bro, when is this class ending? Like, not that I dislike the dancing that much. I think it's kind of interesting actually, but it's like, bro, my body's looking tired, and the setup for like talking to people in the class is a little weird. Like, you don't want to interrupt the teacher, and so socially, I feel a little awkward in that class. And this is what I want to talk about: that feeling of like. Feel like you haven't broken out of your shell yet. Feel like you're still in your head about these things, and trying to work on not feeling that way, not feeling like that's your whole identity. I'm the quiet, like humble, shy kid who doesn't say anything to other people because he's a great listener. It's like I am that, but also I also really like talking, and I really want to say things, and I think that's a natural part of human interaction. It's like sharing your life. In some ways, I think it's naive, where it's like you don't listen to other people, you just want to talk about yourself. Like, people love doing that. But in other ways, I realize that's something that, people enjoy doing. And I mean, it's a wonderful thing when someone actually listens to you. Like, I can tell you, like, Kyber is one of the genuinely, man, like, if I could say best listener that I've ever met. Like, Kyber is such a great listener. And it's like, doesn't mean just shutting your mouth and not saying anything. It just means that you're actually wanting to understand the other person, and you make an active effort not an active effort. It doesn't really take much effort. It just takes self-awareness, I think. But, goodness, where was I at? So I just had dinner with this dude. I met him in judo one time. I saw him at judo a couple times, but he's absolutely jacked. He's a freshman too. He told me he was like 170 pounds. I'm not going to say his name, but his arms, chest, everything, dude, absolutely jacked. I saw him with his shirt off at judo one time, I was stunned, bro. I was like, this guy must be on steroids. I talked to him, he was like, I don't even take creatine. He was like, are you kidding me? Are these jeans or are these like anabolic steroids? Like, no, I gained like 15 pounds since August. And that's crazy. Anyways, he was at judo, and I was talking to this guy. I was just asking him about judo. He was like a green belt, like a tall dude, like kind of big, but not really, not really muscular, just like a big dude, tall dude, and like talking a lot. And I was talking to him. He was like a green belt. There's like, do you think judo's worth it? And I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, absolutely. It's like a great thing. Like, do you get injured? He's like, yeah, sometimes you get injured, but. And then this other guy, I was eating at the dining hall today with, he kind of like was standing there, and after this tall guy was finished talking, I turned to this jacked dude who's like shorter but like jacked, and I was like, bro, you're jacked. And the tall dude was like, he thought I was talking to him. He was like, thank you, man. Yeah, I've been working out. Like, working out is really important. I was like, and then at that moment I was like, dude, you have to be honest, bro. It's like, you're not even talking. Bro, you're not talking about this tall dude, like, and this guy that you just gave the compliment to, he did not receive it. Like, you gotta tell him that. And I was like, in the moment, I was like, bro, I gotta be honest. And I was like, no, I meant, and then the guy was just like, the guy just kept on talking. Like, he just kept on talking. Because when I talk, I honestly, It could just be something a habit I've developed over the years, but just my voice tends to be a little softer. Like people don't hear me, and it almost has a psychological effect on me where I feel like I need to speak lower so people don't hear me, and necessarily I don't get rejected, right? But if you never take risks, then I guess you just never go anywhere. But you never know what could happen. But anyways, I was just like, this guy just kept on talking, and I was like, oh, it's like fucking been already 10 seconds. I'm not gonna like bring that up and just be like, oh no, I was actually talking about him. And I don't know if that guy heard me, but I think he did because I talked to him in the dining hall today. I was like, do you remember that? Like, kind of awkwardly asked him, like, do you remember me complimenting you? And he was like, yeah, vaguely. Anyway, he's like, super cool dude. He also surfs. And what was I saying? Uh, yeah. No, but the reason why I brought that up is because it kind of like connects to everything that like I've been like saying earlier that I've been thinking about like, today, just like in all like my classes and stuff. Let me think. For like, I mean, for I guess the first thing that came up today was let me think. I was sitting in nutrition class, and I saw this girl that I talked to once after walking in class, and I was like, bro, I should say hi to her. But the lecture was already starting. I realized I could have leaned over and been like, hey, and said her name, and she probably would have turned over and said hi earlier. Instead of making it awkward and like waiting till the very end and being like, hey, and then talking to her after. But anyways, I just felt yeah, I felt kind of like I think I talked about some on my earlier segment. Just like we were talking, and I wanted to continue talking to her, but she was like waiting for something, and I was like I could have stood there and been like I don't have anything to do. Like, do you want to keep talking? I don't have anything. Do you want to keep talking? I feel like I don't know much about you, but you seem like a cool person, and I don't know. I feel like that's kind of how it is. I wish I could talk. There's some people I just like wish I could talk to more, but like they're in a rush or whatever, and you don't see them again. But college is like kind of cool like that. It's like so many cool people. Anyways, so that was like the first kind of hesitation, just not saying her name early in class. I was just kind of hesitating about myself and like not really sure whether I should do it. It almost feels like a almost feels like a strategy, like a plan. Like, oh, I gotta like wait for the perfect moment to strike. Like I gotta wait for the perfect moment to talk to somebody. It's literally not true. It's just you. And also, I kind of like have the thought, like this binds to my identity. This means that I am a person who is shy or who doesn't like talking to people or doesn't have the confidence. And I have to realize that I have to realize that you build that over time through being present and open and curious and engaged as you create your own future and do what you want to do in that particular moment. Well, bro, I was going to study from 8:30 to 10. Then I was eating dinner with this dude and for like extra 30 minutes. And I also went on a walk before dinner, which was making it already kind of late. And now I'm walking right now. So I think I'm just going to go back, shower, meditate, and go to bed. What was I saying? So, yeah. That was like the first moment where I felt that. And then the second moment was when I was in dude, this person has the same exact car as me. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, I was in, did I eat lunch today? No, it was in my work meeting. So we have like cohorts for our work. I work as like a campus ambassador, which is basically someone like those people who give tours around the school. That's what we call them at Berkeley. And we have a cohort. And anything I say today, and if anyone listens, particularly my roommate, because I want to talk about my roommate too, it's nothing about them. I think it's just me like being a little hesitant or, not the most sure about my opinions or ideas in these moments. But it's something I think I'm working on. Anyways, it's nothing against you. It's like, it's like no hatred or anything. Or resentment, which I feel like tends to build when you feel like you can't resolve a problem that other people are almost involved in, but they're not actually involved in. It's something that stems from you. So I was at my cohort meeting, and there was this. There were people like we were like answering questions from our like cohort leader, and she was saying these things, these questions, and we would answer them. And there's just two people in our group that they talk so much. Like she would be talking as soon as she would answer the question and finish. I was about to open my mouth and say something, and then the other guy who talks a lot literally just starts talking himself. And then there's like me and another dude in our cohort. Like we didn't really talk that much, but there's like moments where like I want to talk. Like I genuinely want to share about things. And I guess I'm scared that I'm gonna come off as, cocky or like oversharing or like prideful or whatever. And I feel like I will make those mistakes sometimes because the ego is there. But the problem of projecting yourself, your personality into a social environment and not and having a good time is something that this girl, I don't know if you watched that podcast. It was basically there was this girl that I had like a really big crush on in my stats class, and there was something magnetic about her, or just something charismatic about her, attracted me to her. And I think it was this. It was just like she wasn't afraid to express her personality, and no matter what, like not really be comfortable in her skin and not really be afraid of rejection because. Like, I don't know, I think that aligns with who you want to be. And I think it's easier for someone to do that when they do it in their childhood and they watch their parents do it and they see that it's a comfortable, healthy thing. And so if they were to change it into like being, scared or hesitant to, express those parts themselves, like tell a story that, they find funny or say a joke. Obviously, you read the room, like you read contextual clues, but that's not what I'm talking about. I feel like sometimes you make no mistakes, but if you're genuinely excited, happy about something, or want to say something, then go ahead and say it. It doesn't really matter what other people think. And I wasn't judging them for saying it. I was just like, oh, I just want to talk. There's like literally no negative thought I had about them overly talking. It was just like, oh, I don't think I really would want. I don't feel like I would be friends with them, but I would be friendly toward them, and I respect them still, and I'm still like, whatever. I think they're cool people. I just don't think I would vibe with them because they don't seem like they'd be very open to listening. But talking doesn't mean that you don't actually listen. And it's not necessarily about you. It's literally just like you being in a group, and that's naturally what happened. So that was the second instance of me, like, there's so many, probably at least like 6 or 7 times. It was like, bro, I was like, I like actually want to say something, but I just literally don't. And then I'm just like, dude, like, bro, you're such a bum. You're shy. Like, you can't like talk to people. Like, you don't have any balls. Like, that's not the exact self-talk that you want to have in these moments. It's more like, dude, I totally get it. I totally get you're nervous, but this is gonna be great for you. There's no consequences. People are also in their heads. Like, it's totally fine, bro. If you don't want to say anything, don't say anything. But life is really short, so why not take advantage of it? It's gonna be fun. And I don't know. I just had kind of how I thought of it. I was in dance class today, and I had this thing in dance. I'm just like there's these two girls I think are pretty cool. I almost like evaluate people based on like how secure they are, like how comfortable in their own skin they are. And then like I want to go talk to these people. These two girls super comfortable in their skin. I feel like nice, funny, and I was just like, I want to talk. But yeah, one part of it's like you never like over. You shouldn't be like over investing or like being complete like just like obsessive over people. No, it's just like you expressing a certain amount of interest, and so it's basically just like that. And you know, I I basically was like, yeah, I was like just wanted to say stuff and like be goofy and funny and just like talk about random stuff. But I feel like that's part of my personality, or it was something I wanted to come out. And I was like, is this okay? Like, can I say it? Like, am I gonna be like, are they gonna stop liking me? Like, I want to like keep it this way. And it's really just like abandoning yourself when you feel like you're like not doing what you would want to do. And it's not having expectations for other people, but it's more like, are you shooting the shots like, in real life, in social contexts, and pushing yourself to do that in a way that brings out the best in you and helps people see the real you and helps you connect with people in the best way, in the most honest, genuine, authentic way. I was like, nah, bro, nah, I wasn't. But yeah, and then I was having dinner, and then I was like, this dude just fucking, his friend, dude, I didn't know how to like, bro, is this? I just didn't know. I guess I need to work on interrupting. It's not interrupting per se, but just like inserting a thought. And I feel like I overthink these things. Because all it is about having a good time. Like, people who want to have the best manners, like, people who want to be super polite, are often the people who, like, are way too self-censored. And, you gotta, like, hold your ground, like, step up your voice if you want to be heard. And if that's, like, a need or, like, desire you have on your part, then I guess you should wonder about it and not judge people and, like, move forward, like, with that intention. And gosh, yeah, that was a whole rant. But what the hell? I'm trying to think what, like, if I wanted to say anything else, but I don't think I was going to. Just like practicing saying something, not literally not expecting responses. Being present requires you to really just say things without being so connected to the outcome of what kind of emotional response they bring. I feel like that opens up your natural self-expression. Sitting with a discomfort of like, oh, I just said something. Like, I just felt something. Like, it takes time being able to get into that flow state of talking to people and socializing, I think. But it's so important because you have to realize that the real relationships in life, they will come to you. You don't need to force a result for them. Like, there's a lot of cool people, but you could never, like, force anything with people. It's like, oh, I want to have a friendship with you. You can't. If, like, your life circumstances are not in position of you doing so. Like, healthy relationships are great, but if they're not in position of doing it, you're just, like, forcing them to. It's like, you can't, bro. Like, I wish I could spend more time with you. Like, how is it going, bro? Like, having high enthusiasm. I feel like that's the only way. Being, like, totally present with someone. Like, totally engaged with someone. And, like, curious and open is, like, the only way you can go about, like, making that part of, like, life great. Because that's something that you could guarantee every day. Not, can I have, like, 5 great close friendships? Like, that's not gonna happen, dude. It's not gonna happen. Oof, ambulance. No ambulance. Fuck, okay. Go back, shower. Meditate. Sleep. Ooh, whoa. That's a fast ass scooter. Oh, goodness me. Alright. Peace. You know what? I was gonna say peace. Love you guys. I guess that's a fair thing to say. I don't know who you are, but if you're listening, I mean, much love. Dude, I am ridiculously hungry right now. Like, I just sat down and watched. I sat down for 2 hours, maybe a little longer. It's probably like 2 hours and 30 minutes because I spent 30 minutes just asking ChatGPT questions for about health for like 30 minutes. And then I was just asking about calcium because I don't think I get enough calcium. And we learned in nutrition class today that you can't really test for your calcium sufficiency through blood because your blood is always going to be calcium stable and it just takes from your bone basically. So your bones apparently get weaker over time, which isn't a good thing because I thought my calcium was fine when I took my labs over the summer with functional medicine doctors. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Dude, I spent 2 hours it was fucking long. Like, even though I was watching a movie, I was watching the Joker movie, I was literally just basically, I just felt like a long time, but I came to this, well, I knew this already more, but it just affirmed it. It's, doing work, sitting down and doing something, even if you don't really like it, but you have to do it because it's important for you. For example, doing things that society makes you do, for example, going to class and such. Even if you don't like it, like, you have to do it. Anyways. Oh, it's chilly, bro. It's fucking chilly. It's a practice of discipline, like setting yourself to do something that you have to do, that's important to do, that is good for your well-being. Like, it's a little more easy when it comes to exercise for me, I think. And I feel disciplined about that because it's like, yeah, I will go feel the effects of exercising right after I exercise, and I directly see like an impact on how good it makes me feel. It's a little bit more indirect when it comes to schoolwork because I know I have to do it, but I know that there's not really any reward like dopaminergically or like physiologically, right? So that's what makes it hard. But I think if you are conscious of it, then you probably are able to do like what you want to do. Whew. What was I saying? I was talking about watching this Joker movie, right? Man, that I feel so psychologically like jarred right now. Like, I mean, like when I say I like a movie, I feel like I like it because it makes me feel good, or I feel like I learned something from it. And I like Good Will Hunting is my favorite movie because it feels relatable, and I feel like I kind of felt like it just made sense to me, and I could relate to it, and I was like, oh, this actually happens to someone, and like you can actually heal your trauma and whatnot. And then but Joker, dude, Joaquin Phoenix, like, dude, I absolutely like. It's almost like you just want to like find the actor who did it, because bro, he was fucking scary in that movie. And it's like in Gladiator 2, in the first Gladiator movie too, dude, I saw him as the Emperor, and I literally just wanted to. I literally had an irrational thought, like, bro, I gotta fucking murder this dude. I gotta kill him. Like, there's no way this guy could be so evil. Like, I need to take revenge, bro. This is not real. I was like, oh, bro, you're stupid. Like, this is literally just an actor. Like, the actor looks evil. Like, that's not fucking what you do. I'm walking down frat row or sorority row or whatever this is here. It's like kind of uphill. And Gray House? Bro, I didn't ask. There's a girl I was walking with today. She was in a sorority, but I didn't ask her what the name of the sorority was. She said it was a Gray House. And it was like near where I live, but I don't know what it's called. Uh-oh. I can't fucking see the colors. Dude, I gotta go to the dining hall after this. But anyways, what was I saying? And it's so psychologically jarring. Like, Joker just literally goes up, just stabs this guy with a scissor, like right into his neck, and just takes the scissor again and puts it into the guy again. Like, bro, just starts absolutely tearing. Like, that's low key, like, fucking scary. Um, and then what's worse is that, bro, what's worse, dude, there's a funny, okay, I'm gonna just make one quick detour. One quick detour. After this detour, in alignment with rhetorical subtlety, I'll go back to talking about the Joker movie and how that made me feel. But basically, dude, there's just like so many people, and like obviously half the population is the opposite gender, and you're just like, bro, like I see so many huzz, it's like insane. There's like people you think you're attracted to, and then it's like infinite. It's like, when do I look? Like, am I like wasting an opportunity if I like don't look? And it kind of like, yo, what's up? And it's like, you literally don't even, it's funny. I just saw a girl from my class, who I'm friendly with friends. I never know when to call people friends. I just feel like it's awkward if you call someone a friend. Or you would know that, and they have a different definition than you. It's like, oh, like, what do you want? But, dude, especially if you're walking down sorority / frat route, it's like literally just, you just see it. It's like girls just wearing like, like, let me describe it, like a hoodie with like a puffer jacket over it, puffer vest, and just like, today was cold, it was a rainy day, and they're wearing leggings, and they're wearing like long white socks, Nike socks or something, and they're wearing like boots, and immediately your head just turns. It's just like, oh, potential mate. Like, I gotta look. And I don't know, it's kind of annoying. It's like, I don't really, it's like, I have things to do in my own life. I like the pure focus you get when you're surfing. Not really thinking about those matters that much. It's like not really on your mind because you're just so stoked to get the next wave or get on the wave or just being there. And I guess in life too, it's like, I think I've come to realize that in high school, it was like, in the whole cold approaching process, I was like, yeah, like I see someone attractive, and now I gotta figure out how to get them. But more so, it's like, now it's like, yeah, they're attractive. I guess that's like the first, like, very minimal step. And I guess I could say hi to them, but the chances of them being someone I actually vibe with is not very high. And if not, it's just, I guess if not, it's more of like some way that aligns with your values, like creating opportunities and connecting with people and having a good time. And if that's your goal, then you literally, you're not losing anything. I feel like you think you're losing something when you decide to put energy into something that you don't really get a result with, but you change your results when you realize that you're just living in the present moment. And that doesn't have to be an all-consuming part of your life. And that rids you of the approach anxiety that I felt for so long and I couldn't really explain. Didn't know because I was desperate for, I don't know, physical intimacy or whatever that comes with having a, relationship with someone of the opposite gender. And it's not, I don't think it's wrong to have that, but it's just, I don't know, getting distracted by lust or getting distracted by, like the appearance of like physical, of like, no, connection in the masking it by connection when in reality it's just you, like really just, you just want to crack. Like that's all you, funnily enough, like if that's all you want to do, like low-key, that's a little weird. It's not great, I don't think. But like, okay, now the Joker movie, right? Dude, I am telling you, dude, I didn't even know. I was scared while I wasn't getting the jitters. It wasn't like jump scare. It was just psychologically jarring. Like this guy was relatable. It's like relatable. I'm watching this film as evidence from my annotated bibliography about my paper, which I'm going to write about repression. And Joker has a fucked up childhood. Apparently his mother, he has like severe brain trauma to his head when he was younger. He was tied up to a radiator, whatever a radiator is. His mom was psychologically unstable. Like it could be that Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's, just spoiler alert, because I'm going to talk about the movie and I don't really care too much about spoilers, but if you do care about that, I guess you shouldn't listen. But he, man, it is cold. My hands are freezing. It could be Thomas Wayne. Basically, it is Penny Fleck, which is Arthur Fleck. Arthur is the Joker. His mom worked for Thomas Wayne, which is Bruce Wayne's dad, for like 30 years ago. And apparently she said that it was Arthur, which is the Joker, was Thomas Wayne's son, but Thomas Wayne denies it. But she was put in Arkham State Hospital, which is like some kind of psychiatric ward, because she was crazy, And I just feel bad for him because there's this condition he has, which is just laughing or crying uncontrollably, and he can't stop, and he does it. He has a weird ass laugh. It's like, it's like, okay, I can't imitate it unless I go full on. I don't want to do that. Because I'm literally walking like the middle of the neighborhood. But point is, he laughs really weird, and it just like messes up his like social life because he just isn't like, he just comes off as weird to everyone, and so basically, he, bro just got distracted. Bro got distracted. I was literally walking, and then like I turned a corner, and this like Asian girl in front of me, who's like seemed super pretty. I was like, oh, and just got distracted. Anyways, the basically he had a rough childhood, and it probably made him psychotic in a way. Like he thinks that this woman who lives in the same floor as him is like they like made out, and he actually she went to his comedy show, and he thinks that that happened and whatnot, but it didn't. And you feel bad for him, but also he just kills some people randomly. It doesn't, and that's just ridiculous. And you feel it's not right that the comedy host asked him to come on to make fun of him. That's not really nice. And also it's not nice that, that they don't really acknowledge his negative thoughts and whatnot. Like I would think that if he had a better therapist, he would come to in a better way, but it doesn't happen. Instead, he, gets marginalized, and he's eventually learns to accept that he says toward the end, I don't know, when he's smiling on the car, standing on the top of the car after this ambulance runs into the police car that he gets locked into at the end of the movie. He starts dancing and smiling. He's like, and he fucking strangles his mom. He muffles his mom's death too. It's ridiculous, bro. It's fucking scary. I don't know, because I totally get it. I totally get the feelings. All my life, people have not understood me. And it's that feeling of being weird. There's just, some people, most people in your life will pass by and you would think about it. But some people will leave an imprint on you through a comment they said or the way they reacted to something you said. And it will just make you think that you don't belong, that you're a weird person, that you are actually not like everyone else, and I can't be happy, or you can't be happy. And basically, kind of what I felt like I was experiencing in high school was what the Joker was experiencing, in the sense that, people just did not get him. No one got him. But what was there to be got? He was fucking crazy. And his jokes were low-key weird. I don't know what it even came from, but I would assume it's if you were taking this from a realistic standpoint, it's from the fact that he grew up in a broken childhood. He didn't have a father. His mom was psychotic. And he doesn't know what to believe is true. And, his idea, he says something on the TV show at the end, which was humor is subjective, and what you find right or wrong is subjective, and what I find funny or not. So from a logical standpoint, that kind of makes sense, but from a primal standpoint, or just emotionally, that doesn't make sense. If someone actually goes and does something that's morally wrong, all of us mostly agree wouldn't want that to happen upon us. And it's so, and I feel that I would know it's wrong, and it is wrong. But he fucking, I don't know, it's questions the limits, because he's such a real antagonist. I feel bad when he gets tainted like that, and it's I wish he did something different when he didn't piss off the officers like that. And also that I don't know what else he did. I think he did let's see. In the beginning, he was just he was just so depressed, and he was on these meds. Like, if he fixed his health, like, look, it would be good for him. But he started this whole Joker movement, this, like, face puppets, and he, what is it? No, he gets beaten by these kids and these people on the bus. Like, those people are just fucking wrong for doing that. But you do something traumatic like that happens, and in order to protect you, like, nervous system goes into, like, this hypo crazy mode. Like, it starts telling you this story that, you know, like, you're not a real person. I don't feel real. Like, how could this be happening? How could life be this miserable? Like, he got beat up, bro. And, bro, these tweakers, it's like some tweakers in Berkeley, bro. Fuck. Dude, it's 7:56. I'm starving. I gotta go eat now, damn. Yeah, lucky like craving a pizza, but I shouldn't eat that.
Yeah, I think a little bit, but not enough to
And ooh. So in the context of my paper, it's like depression, like trauma. Like, you kind of make up for it by being crazy because that's the only way you can explain it, and you kind of embrace, you know, like, this is funny. Like, you think violence, or, you know, like, being an outcast and like like rebelling against like this system is what's the truth to him in his subjective world. And I don't know, that's how it goes, I guess. Alright, I'm heading out to dinner. Gotta use the restroom pretty bad. It's like, lucky happens when you get cold. And I'm gonna fucking maybe not shower, and go study some more and get it going. Tomorrow, push day. Is tomorrow push day? Yeah. Tomorrow's push day. After that, yeah, you gotta focus, gotta stay true to your path, you know? Don't stray off. It's like, with all these, like, distractions, it's low-key easy. But, do what you gotta do.